Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mad Lads Live. We're here once again with episode 2. My God, we're already on episode 2 of a brand new series of One-Armed Toji, the Sentient Sans playthrough with our one-armed warrior here, our bounty hunter extraordinaire. We're like probably like 2 or 3 minutes back from where we actually ended last night because my game crashed. That was the sign that we had to finish up for the evening, which I thought was funny. But we're back. We're back. We're so back. And now we're continuing what we were doing, which was heading towards Blister Hill. Let's go for part 2. That's what I'm talking about. I will let you guys know I do have a firm cutoff tonight. And I'm going to start instituting a firm cutoff because at a certain point, because this guy right here, well, needless to say, I don't have much free time during the day anymore with, between work and kids and, content and other stuff that I have going on in the background. And so I have to move my gym time. So basically after stream every night, I'm going to go to the gym until like 1 a.m. and then come home. But, so that's kind of where we are with that. So I do have a firm cutoff time because I have to go get swole. I got to get back in shape. So time to get my shit together. Anyway, hey Hero, last night you mentioned you didn't know anybody who enjoyed Kenshi from the get-go. I did. well, you're one of the few. Like I said, Kenshi's just one of those games where like the vast majority of people, man, the first time they play, it just hurts. It just hurts. No tutorials. It doesn't look pretty, at least initially. When the game first loads in, you haven't tweaked with your settings at all yet. You haven't messed with anything. You haven't refined it. The game, doesn't always look the greatest. Doesn't always look the best. And eventually it does. But I remember the first time I popped in, I was like, this... I was playing on a really, really, really shit computer at the time, too. Like, I was playing on an Alienware Alpha when I first picked up Kenshi. Like, it was that long ago. And, yeah, I could handle the game on, like, the lowest settings. It was bad. I was lucky enough to play it when it first came out and it looked cool for its time. Oh yeah, I mean for a game that was made primarily by one guy, I mean there's you can't really argue with it. It's pretty solid work. Yeah, like I said though, I was playing on the lowest settings the first time I played, and it was no good. All right, we need to heal up. That's what we need to do. Hey, welcome Jane Doe. Kenshi was the first game I played with my new laptop when I got it like 2 months ago. When I built my computer, like when I first built my PC, the PC that I'm using now, I upgraded from the Alienware that I had at the time. When I first built it, the first thing I did was play Kenshi. First thing I did, literally, I put it together. The last part that I needed came in that morning. I put it together. I booted it up. And the first thing I did after I was done, like installing everything and getting it like operational, was play Kenshi. First thing I did. So every time I upgrade my computer to new graphics card, more RAM, all that stuff. Anytime I do any kind of upgrade, first thing I do is use Kenshi to test my test new hardware. First thing I do. It's really funny. My first death in Kenshi was by goats. I tried to get meat outside the hub, and they thought they'd get scared away and dispersed. They pushed my shit in and gorged my gut open. I bled out in front of the guards. Yeah, man, don't mess with goats. Goats are terrifying. Don't fuck with the goats. The goats will mess you up. They'll mess you up bad. Real bad. All right, so we're gonna get him healed up. Aries, you're gonna come sit down. Your whole thing is... You gonna sit down? Do we have anything to sell? Not really. All right, so we're gonna make our way towards the United Cities. I think we can get some good training out there. Also we can get the gear that we're trying to get, which is I want to get the rest of the samurai gear and outfit Toji. Why is his name Jalon? Why is his name Jalan? His name shouldn't be Jalan. That's not right. Did the import change his name? Oh, we're gonna have to fix that. Hold on. I import before every save, and for some reason it changed his name. That's weird. I think Sentient Sans did it. Very weird. All right, well, we fixed that. Very odd. Changed his name to Jalan. He's not Jalan. His name is Toji. Watching you makes me want to play Kenshi and start a new run myself, but Age of Mythology Retold is my game of the night while we watch. Hell yeah. Age of Mythology is really, really good. Hell yeah. All right. We need a copy of the Holy Flame. We're gonna keep that on Eris there. Name him Toji Jalan. His name is One-Armed Toji Jalan. A lot of different ones here. What do we have this? Okay. Description. Hell like a stick man. What more do you want me to tell him? That's funny. The Canyonlands Killer. A violent, deranged individual guilty of... Yeah, we already knew about that one. The Red Bandit, Maul, Black Dragon Duo, Butcher of Black Scratch. That's funny. We have Els, the Voodoo Brothers, and Joni. Who's the Preacher? Who's the Preacher? Am I stupid? Is There's the Trailers in the Desert region. Is the the Preacher's the Moon Cult. Never mind. I know. The Preacher's the Moon Cult. We're there. We're there. Preacher is the Moon Cult. What's up with the Moon Cult? I think what made me fall in love with the game is how it treats you. I laid there dying and everything just continued. An unceremonious end. You are no hero and you have to prove yourself. Yeah, and it really, like, the first time you die is when it really sets in, because when you die, the game doesn't end. There's no game over screen. There's no load, none of that stuff. The game keeps going. Like, it doesn't even care when you die. You have to manually choose to reset it. The game doesn't give a shit when you die. You know, like, it's fundamental to the guiding principles of Kenshi, which is that you do not matter, and it really just hammers that in for you. Just hammers it in for you. Oh, these guys go through a shit ton of food, man. I feel like Toji and Eris go through a ton of food. All right, so we're gonna pop a squat. We're gonna wait till morning, and also see if any drifters come in that maybe we can barter with. Anything along those lines. The wind's picking up. Feels like the next sandstorm will eat us whole. I doubt it. I sincerely doubt it. What are you saying? Sandstorms strip flesh from bone. Better mend your chainmail before it tears. I see. They're communicating. Conversation is happening. Conversation is happening. I've got spare patches, but the Holy Nation won't spare cats for a drifter's repairs. That's fair. That's fair. Cats buy iron, not charity. If you need steel, you know where to find it, Dead Band. Outstanding. Their conversations are a little lackluster, but, you know, it is what it is. Keep your eyes on the horizon. The veins forges hiss again. Oh, okay, so I'm assuming the hivers have been out and about selling things. I'll stay sharp, lest the heat melt our blades before the storm even hits. Oh, they're really going in on this. I feel like they weren't conversing this much yesterday. Very interesting. Good evening, hero and all publicly notarized mad lads. Hey, Eric, what's going on? Thoughts on Sentient Sands? Did it live up to expectations? So far, it's been pretty good. You know, a couple bugs here and there. There are limitations with it. Harvey's working on it. You know, I was saying last night, you know, he's popped into the streams a few times, takes good feedback, all of that stuff. He may end up popping in this evening. You never know. Harvey's the guy who has made the mod. So, you know, he's, yeah, they tend to talk very poetically. Yeah, everything is very, like, very dramatic, very poetic, yeah. Yeah. Very steeped in poetry. But that's okay. All right, it's morning time. What's a good one to do with Sentient Sands? What do you mean, define what's a good one to do? Like, what's a good thing to do? Because I'm using it to supplement the playthrough to get more money for bounties. And, you know, convince people to like other bounty hunters to work with me for, you know, cheaper money, cheaper prices and whatnot. What's up, Crad? We romancing the Bugmaster tonight? I mean, probably not, but maybe. Maybe. It depends. If he gives me that sultry look, we'll see how it goes, you know? Maybe. Maybe. All right. Is there a mod that goes with it? Is what I mean. Sorry. Oh yeah, there's a good mod that goes with it. I mean, pretty much any mod can go with it. In reality, it's designed to work well with other mods, or to work, you know, relatively well with other mods. I have a handful of mods on that I'm playing. I'm not just doing Sentient Sands. I have a bunch of stuff on right now. So, and it seems to be working pretty well. they will, discuss things related to the mods and all that stuff. So, I mean, it seems to be working pretty well. All right, big surprise. They did not have the type of armor that I was looking for. That's totally fine. We're gonna have to go to the United Cities to get that, which actually works out better anyway because there is a number of bounties out that way that we should get our hands on. What do they have here? Holy Cleaver. Right now we're using the Desert Saber, and that's working out pretty well. But I am always on the lookout for something else, just in case. You never know. You never know. But I do think that this is about as good as it's going to get for right now. Once our stats get a little bit higher, I'll probably end up switching back to a katana. But I think right now the Desert Saber is probably the best way to go. It gives us a little bit more versatility, and we seem to be working pretty well with it, which is good. I should probably get Eris something just for the sake of defense. Just for the sake of defense. Have you thought about including bounties galore? I have not, but maybe before next episode I'll include it. I'll look into it. I don't think I've looked at bounties galore too much. I'll take a peek at it before next episode and see if it's something we want to jump in. Who's the next bounty? That's what we're trying to figure out. So I'm trying to decide where we want to. Well, we're gonna head towards the Great Desert and United Cities territory. So I think what we may end up doing is going to good old Stoat and seeing if we can recruit some people to assist us, and we may go take down the Sandoni. Yeah, we may go take down the Sandoni and go from there. But I do think that spending some time in the Great Desert will be good for us, both in terms of equipment and bounties, and we can come back here and clean up some of the other ones afterwards. How are you going to do the UC if you're a Holy Nationer? I am not just a Holy Nationer. I am not any particular faction. I work with everyone. Toji has no alliances. He's in it for the money and the money alone. All my man cares about is that his pockets are lined with cats, and that he can continue his journeys. He's a solo fighter. Eris is here purely as a non-combatant, block hold passive, none of the thing, doesn't engage in any combat. He's here purely to carry the corpses because Toji's missing his left arm and can't carry bodies. So yeah, Toji cares not for political machinations or anything along those lines. Speaking of political machinations, I have a new video coming out next week. Probably Sunday. I have a new long form video coming out Sunday, about 22 minutes long, 22 minutes long. I gotta finish editing it and whatnot, but yeah, coming out Sunday. Very excited about it. Very excited. So I'm trying to drop, at least 1 or 2 long form videos a month. Oh shit! We got bone dogs. Oh no! Can we outrun them? Yeah, we could probably outrun them. Yeah, we can do that. Do you keep the bounty journals? I like to collect them. So I have Toji keeping the ones that we are actively hunting usually. So like he has a couple on him. Like he's got 4 Teeth Milton. Eventually I think we're gonna end up heading to the swamps. There's just 2 of us, so it shouldn't be too bad. But I do think we're gonna spend some time in the United Cities. And then I think after we spend some time in the United Cities, get a couple bounties done there, we're going to head towards the swamp. We're gonna end up heading into the swamps, and we're gonna spend some time in the swamps. But I think that in terms of making a name for ourselves and really kickstarting Toji's career, because he did his early bounty hunting. We got Tora and a couple of Dust Bandits and that stuff in, couple Dust Bandits, couple Triangle Bandits in the Sten Desert, Shet Kingdom territory. We're obviously not strong enough to take on the Berserkers, to take on the Krell's Chosen, any of them yet. We lack the numbers and the reputation to deal with the Dust King or Black Dragon Genin right now, the Black Dragon Ninja. So my thought is that we'll go to the UC, make a name for ourselves, work on stats, and like actually like get our characters equipped, get Toji ready for a fight. Maybe get Eris outfitted and able to defend himself more appropriately. Not in terms of combat, but I mean literally defend himself, like blocking, because he's our toady. I need him to be able to block effectively. And then I think we're gonna head down to the swamps and spend some time in the swamps doing some bounties down there. I think the swamps are gonna be a good place for it. Slightly funny question: how strong are Beak Things lore wise? They're devastating. They're devastating. Beak Things are devastating. People are terrified of the Beak Things. Oh shit. So, like I was letting everybody know when I first jumped in, I do have a firm cutoff. I'm gonna have to start implementing a firm cutoff because I have to. I'm gonna be going to the gym after my streams now. That's my time to exercise. So I have to have a firm cutoff because I can't be out all night. But my plan is that I start my streams at 8:30 my time. I'll finish up around 11:30, 11:45 ish. That way I can go to the gym and be back here by 1:30, take a shower, go to bed. So I will be having a firm cutoff of 11:30, somewhere between 11:30 and 11:45, depending on what we're doing. I might actually use a mod that makes them faster. I think the animals are so slow because they'd be way too punishing early to mid game. I mean, I don't think the game's too worried about them being punishing. I think it's just the way that they're coded with their stats. A lot of them, so the way the animals typically function is they actually have higher stats than are displayed, but they have stat debuffs as a result of their age. And the idea is that they get stronger and faster as they get older, and they lose the debuffs. So the debuff isn't like a negative to it. Instead, what it is their strength skill will be like 0.69, 0.69 for their for all of their stats, and then as they get older, that will continue to gradually go up and up and up and up. By the time they reach Elder, it might be like 1.5, where it's actually increasing their stats. So, got to reveal the gym split hero. My gym split at current, I have to rebuild my whole gym routine because I stopped going like a year ago. Fun fact about hero. When I was in high school, I was absolutely shredded. I was in fantastic shape, and around then I got with my wife when I just turned 19. I got with my wife. Between 19 and 23, I went from being 170. I went from being like 170 pounds and like 13% body fat to being like 260 pounds by the time my kids were a year old. And that was when I was I was 24 and I had 260 pounds. And I went to go up the stairs one day and I got winded going up my stairs. And I was like, no, this is absolutely ridiculous. So I started February 13th. I went to the gym, and by August, I was down to 170 pounds. And then that was when I was 24 to 25. And now, now I'm turning 29 this year, and I'm back up to like 200. And I'm like, I need to get my shit together. So I'm going back to the gym, and getting all that taken care of. So gotta figure my shit out, All right, let's head over to Stoat. How tall are you for weightlifting context? I'm 6 foot even. I am exactly 6 foot. Oh man. All right, so we're headed to Stout. We gotta make sure we're dodging sand skimmers. Don't want to get eaten. At 25, I was 280 with a BMI of 7%. Christ. I'd like to get back into it though. I just in general want to be healthy again. Want to feel a bit better again. Oh shit! Run, flee. I knew there were skimmers down there. They had the little things in the sand. You can usually see it. Sometimes it's these. Sometimes you don't notice it, and they just look like rocks. They're not rocks. They're not rocks. So, no, when I was always pretty lean. Like when I was younger, when I was in school, when I was a teenager, I was always really lean. I was in really good shape, very lean, decent muscle mass, but like very a nice lean cut 170, 175. And then, like I said, after I got my wife, I got comfortable, I got complacent. I stopped working out as much. I started eating better because I had, a more stable home environment. So I was cooking more, crazy foods regularly and all that stuff. And I wasn't I wasn't in the financial situation that I was in at the time when I was a teenager. I wasn't living on one Pop-Tart for 3 days at a time. And so I ended up putting on a shit ton of weight. And then, I went back to the gym, lost all of it, was in great shape for like a year, and then ended up having some health problems where I developed like chronic GERD, and it caused me to have horrible acid reflux anytime I would do any kind of abdominal workout or anything like that. And as a byproduct of that, I ended up just kind of slowly falling off. But now that's all taken care of, and I'm back in shape, and I'd like to I'm not sick anymore, and I'd like to get myself back in shape, back to a point where I'm satisfied. Purely for me. I just want to feel good again. Feel good about my physique again, you know what I'm saying? So, back to the gym we go. That's the plan this evening. Back to the gym. Jesus Christ, dude, the aggro range on those damn sand skimmers is nuts. Every time. Dodge that crap. I have no interest in fighting sand skimmers. Alright, we're almost to Stout. The City of Dreams, Stout. Where heroes are usually promptly arrested. We're going to avoid the manhunters. They will most definitely try to come after me. I'm 5'7" from like my entire junior year of high school. I thought Bench did arms and not chest. For like a year, I literally just hit chest every day along with CrossFit, basically doing nothing for arms. That is really funny. One cannot underestimate the ability of just push-ups. Like push-ups are genuinely like one of the most perfect workouts. They hit like everything. They hit your back, they hit your triceps, your biceps, your fucking your back, your chest. They hit all three parts of your chest depending on your hand orientation. They hit your the lower, middle, and upper. They hit the long head and the short head. Like it hits everything. It's great. They hit core, like all of it. Push-ups are a fantastic, like the perfect workout. They're fantastic. I personally am a big fan of cables. I like using cables. I'm a huge cable guy, which is why I'm excited to like get back to the gym, because I'll be able to use cables more frequently. I actually have like a squat rack and I have a squat rack and a bench, and I have a shit ton of weights in my office, kettlebells, fucking like the whole nine. Ton of gym equipment in my garage. The problem is that most of it's all packed up right now because my wife and I were planning on moving, and then we had to put it on hold. But we'd already packed up like more than half the house, so my home gym is currently packed up, and whatnot. So, Also, I think I just prefer going to a gym. I like the act of going to the gym. I like being in the gym. I like the atmosphere. Also, while I'm at a physical location, it's a lot harder for me to be like, oh, well, I have a video that I have to be working on. I should probably do that. I should probably go do this. I'd rather be doing this. So I can stop, 20 minutes in. It's not a big deal. Because I'm at a location. If I'm going to drive somewhere to go work out, I'm going to stay the whole fucking time. I'm going to get my workout done. And I'm not going to, bail out for something else. So. Anyway, though, enough of the exercise talk. I was just letting everybody know that I'm going to be hard pressed for my cutoff at 11:30. All right, so we're in the United Cities. We need to talk to this dude and see if we can get some bounties. See what the bounty situation is here. Show me your goods. What do you got? All right, we got the Voodoo Brothers. We know where they are. Cannibal Leaders. We know where they are. Jaeger the Mad. Who is this man here? Let's all go back to being lazy slobs. Exactly. All right, Jaeger the Mad. Multiple acts of terrorism. Oh, okay. He's. Yeah, I know who Jaeger. Never mind. Blue Eyes, fugitive wanted for the crime of fraud, extortion, smuggling, impersonation of officials, trickery, and theft, responsible for scamming countless United citizens out of millions of cats. Master of disguise with an ever-changing appearance. However, also known as a braggart and a drunkard whose loud mouth will certainly be her downfall. Recommend hunters not search not with the eyes, but with the ears peeled. Interesting. No, I know where Jaeger is. It took me a minute, but I remember I know where Jaeger is. Sometimes some of these characters, sometimes I'll scroll over them. I'll be like, I don't think I recognize that name, and then it dawns on me. No, I know where they are. I know where they are. A guy named Zach beat me every day for freshman year to junior year. I ended up getting him smited with my connections from various government jobs and internships. Do it. Do it. Razor. We know what Razor is. White eyebrows. Interesting. All right. I think the Sandoni is probably the way to go for right now. We can get some assistance with it, and we can go from there. All right. So we'll take the Sandoni. All right. Who's around here? Is there any groups? Doesn't look like it. See if we can find someone here there. I'm not seeing them. Masami, yeah, it doesn't look like there's many in the way of like bounty hunters or anything like that can join us. Unfortunate. Just popped in, installed Sentient Sands the other day, and I think I was getting zones jumbled. My characters mentioned Fogmen in the pits. Yeah, it does get zones jumbled on occasion. It does get the zones jumbled on occasion. It's not perfect, but if you can look past a little bit of the grit, a little bit of the dopiness of the AI and whatnot, it's actually, I mean, it adds just as many cool things as it adds in dopey things, which is fine. All right, so we're having no luck in terms of finding someone to assist us, or like bounty hunters to take us with. No luck in terms of taking bounty hunters to go fight the Sandoni. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the police station, and I'm going to actually talk with the police chief there to see if he would be willing to, what we can get done from them. What can we get them to give us for our woes? So, all right, we have Milana. All right. All right, Milana. Hello, Captain. You know what? No. Toji's a little bit more. He's a little bit more gruff. We're gonna go with a simple oi. Here, into the bounty on the Sandoni. For details or assistance in her capture. All right, let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get. Toji's gonna build a name for himself. Ooh, I'm gonna make him a name for myself. That's him. Let's see what we can get. It's gonna take half a second for the system to wake up and give her a response. First response always takes the longest. Any minute now. If you want details, it'll cost you 200 cats for the map and a lead on her last known haunt. I know where she is. You misunderstand. I know where she is. I am looking for someone to accompany me to take her down. She has a number of allies assisting her. Make it difficult for any one group of hunters. All right, let's see what we can get. Let's see if we can maybe get some of these guys to join us. Toji's resourceful. He's not, so foolish to think that he could just rush in and take on a foe such as that. I can join you, but my blade and gear aren't cheap. 400 cats for my aid, and I'll clear a path to the Oni. Decent stats, I'll take it. Deal. Hand over the cats and I'll swing my gite for you. Deal. What hard cats it is. Join me. All right, so she's joined us. Now, here's the plan. We're going to have her come with us, just as I did last episode. She's going to be in the squad temporarily, and once we get the bounty, she will we'll end up kicking her out of the party. She is a temporary host. Also, in combat, I will not be giving her any orders other than the initial attack order. She will act entirely on her own. I will not be giving her any order. Your game looks beautiful. Is that a mod that improves the textures on the armor? I have no texture mods other than my reshade. Everything else is just vanilla in-game settings with my reshade. The reshade is available in the description for download on the Nexus, if you are interested. But I have no mods that alter any of my textures. This is purely vanilla textured Kenshi. I have an armor mod, but like the texture on the armors is the byproduct of in-game settings. I have nothing that adds textures. Just my reshade. That's the only thing I have. All right, let's see if we can get a couple other ones here as well. I'm going to yell it so that way I can get as many as I can. How about any of you willing to also accompany us on our hunt for the Sand Oni? Pay is up front, and you can keep any loot you find. Alright, let's see if anybody else is interested in joining our hunt. Right now we've got one. What is Ares' lore? Is it like the Master Blaster from Thunderdome, where the able-bodied guy is a bum and the cripple is smart? Ares, last episode, Toji hired him, you know, as a drifter, specifically for the purposes of carrying his shit. And, he basically told him that, you know, you stay out of the combat, I'll keep you safe. Your job is to stay in the back and carry all of the loot and the bodies, and in exchange I will do all the heavy lifting and fight, but you're not expected to fight whatsoever. So Ares is literally just a paid like toady that will follow Toji around and carry the bodies and all that stuff. Yeah, he's a squire. He's a squire. He's a squire. All right, not all the dialogue shows up sometimes, so let's see what we got. Bounties are right, yet I keep my own blade for my own profit. The hunt's a chance for coin, but I stay on the Empire's orders. I can lend a hand. My loyalties lie within the city. So where's Julie at? Find Julie. She said she would lie a hand with us. Gotta find her. Where's she at? Where's she at? Hey, Julie, look what you're doing to me. Keep me up and you keep me down. Where you at? Come on. Please, Julie, there you are. Julie is right here. All right. So we're going to talk to Julie now. How much for you to join me on my hunt? I'm not for sale, Toji. If the cities deem it worthy, they'll pay me 1,000 cats for my blade. God damn it. Alright, what about you? What about you? Lana already joined up. Could use a few more bodies on this one. I serve the Empire's contracts, not a drifter's hunt. Find someone else. All right, well, it looks like we're only going to get one. It looks like we're only going to get the one, which is unfortunate, but what are you going to do? I'm genuinely shocked we managed to get Milana, so... We were able to get at least one able-bodied individual. She has decent stats, but she is... It's going to be hard-pressed for her to... It's going to be tough for her to, you know, fight... Fight them alone. He's going to be hard-pressed to fight him alone. Where else do you guys think we could recruit somebody? We could probably get somebody off the street. I'm gonna come out here and I'm just gonna yell and see if anyone is interested in joining us on our hunt. Let out a good scream. We're gonna talk to this Shek here, see what happens with that. So we're gonna yell it. Oi, people of Stoat. I am the bounty hunter known as One-Armed Toji. God damn it, I can't type. Known as One-Armed One-Armed Toji. Gotta start setting a name too. One-Armed Toji. I'm currently seeking aid. No, hold on. Seeking partnership with those willing hunt the Sand Oni alongside me. Pay up. I will pay up front. All right, let's see if anyone takes the bait. The bounty huntee? Ah, shit. Oh, no. We'll also say something to Artemis. It's a bounty hunter, so they might take it. About you. Interested in joining my hunt. I'll hunt beside you if the pay covers my gear and a fresh kit. Name your price. 500 cats up front, and you join us to hunt the Oni. $500 cats won't keep my blade sharp. Name a sum that covers both. 1,000. We'll try 1,000. I think anything more than that's highway robbery. Enough cats, I'll join you. Fantastic. Deal. 1,000 cats then. I'm trying to establish a reputation for Toji as being a competent and fair bounty hunter. He's not always the most honorable man when it comes to like people, but he is fair. He is fair. She didn't join us, but that's fine. We'll just debug that. Sometimes they take the money and they don't join you, in which case I'll just debug it and forcibly make them join us. All right, so far we've got 2. We've got her with stats 43, 35, 60, 76. Really not bad. The bots don't really understand the value of cats. You can swindle them. I've noticed that. So last episode I was doing some heavy swindling, but I'm also trying to be as realistic as possible. Like I'm not trying to like min-max with the system. I'm trying to create like a nice looking narrative, you know? Toji's an honorable man. He's gonna pay you a fair price. How do you debug it? Like what button? If you type, if you go to talk to somebody and you type /help, it'll actually have that NPC that you're talking to list off all the debug commands. And then you just type in / in that command. So like if you want them to join you /join, they'll join you. You can use that in instances that just happened now where I paid her money and she didn't join me. So I just forcibly made her join me with the system. I hope importing your save won't be a necessary thing in Kenshi 2. You're at least forced to release all the bounties you captured and ruin the loot. Loot also resets, which hurts immersion. Indeed, it can be a pain sometimes, that is for sure. Alright, so these guys are headed with us. I don't think anybody else answered my call to action, which is fine. So far, we've spent like 1,500 cats, and we got 2 decent warriors that should be able to, assist us quite well in our endeavor against them. 2 pretty decent warriors. What is there in terms of weaponry here? – . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Pole arm. I mean, I can't use a pole arm, but interesting. Wonder if I could use a no. If I could even use a Nodachi. Uses a giant fucking samurai with one arm. Fire. I'm almost halfway tempted to buy one just to see if I could use it. Because they're so damn cool. Also, these signs would make martial arts incredibly viable for me in the long run. We may end up doing martial arts at some point. It'll be later down the line, but I'd like to have a backup in the event that my arms and like what was it? If I get injured enough to where I can't use my weapon or whatever it is, buy a shitty one to test it. Do they have a shitty Nodachi in here? I don't think I saw a shitty one. I only saw this one. It's fine. I mean, we'll find some around, I'm sure. We're about to go fight the Oni, so yeah, I don't know if I can either. I don't know if I can either. But we will find out. All right. What do you guys have in terms of equipment on you? What's your shit? Okay, so you're rocking some good gear. Good gear. What's that jite? Heavy jite. Big one. Oof. Very defendable. Very good. Very good. Pole arm and a reinforced saber. Your armor and weapons are okay. That's fine. They're really babbling about this fucking sandstorm, man. They've been going on about this weather for a while. You'd think they'd be used to it living in the desert, but it's fine. Did you add any custom prompts? I mean, I added what is it? I added a custom story for Toji, but that's it. I haven't added anything to the system. I don't know why everything. Harvey may have done an update since last night. I have no idea. They do seem more lively than usual, so that's pretty cool. Is there anywhere else we should go? We want to go before we set off. I'd like to get at least one more able body with us, but I got to find someone that actually looks like they can hold their own and that isn't going to be a pain. Gate guards are a no. They're pretty loyal to their duty. We're going to have to find someone that is got decent stats and is maybe a bounty hunter. This guy right here. All right. So we're gonna talk with him. Boy, you appear to be a bounty hunter as well. Care to join me on my current hunt? Setting out for the Sand Oni, the Cactus Den. I'll pay your share up front. Alright, let's see what he says. Promise him queen juice. It always works in the hivers. Horrifying thing to hear. Horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. What sort of cut are you offering in a hunt like that? My crew's contract is clear. Is to clear a path through those tunnels, but the pay's half what it should be. I have no idea what you're talking about, but that's fine. You can keep any loot you find, and I don't know what queen juice is, but hivers must love it. Oh, I'm going to run it just as a test. Again, I'm really trying to run this legitimately, but the queen juice thing has me curious. Use some queen juice. I want to see what he says. I may end up blowing my chances to get this recruit because of this, but it's fine. Dude, stop running. Wait for his response. Fine, you can have the juice, but I expect a fair share of cats for the work. Deal. I don't know what any of that means, but sure. Give me 500 cats up front and the juice. Then we split whatever we pull from the den. Okay, yeah, no, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. Deal. 500 up front to join me. Didn't work. All right, same thing. I'm gonna have to debug him. All right. I think we can do this. I think we can do this. All right. Let's head towards Cactus Den. Artemis wants the fresh hides. I don't care what Artemis wants. He's already in the party. What's he gonna do? Leave? Actually, he might. That is a thing they can do. If you piss off the people in your party, they can leave. Am I still yelling? I'm just talking. Yeah. Okay. Guys, shut the fuck up. No one's talking to you guys. All right, so let's head down towards the Cactus Den. We've got our mission now. We've got our mission. We're going to head down. We've got our people come with us. Oh, we got Artemis, Milana, and Garrick. Tower's been a deadly place for too long. Maybe the old machines finally woke. I have no idea what you're talking about. We're not talking about that. We're hunting the Oni. All right, I'm going to speak to Milana because she was the first one that we talked to. I'm going to yell so everyone else can respond as well. All right, lads. Our target is the Sand Oni. Yeah, outnumbered. Numbered. Outarmed. And likely outskilled by some. Regardless, we need to bring this one in. Try to build a little bit of morale for the party on our way to go deal with this this imminent threat. Build a little bit of morale. Plus, I'm just curious as to how they're going to respond to this line of dialogue. Like, how's the team building going to work? My blade's ready. Just keep your promise on the juice. Vader, what'd you make me promise him? What did you make me promise him? Fine, but don't waste time. The sands will swallow us if we linger. We're not wasting time. We're moving. One-armed Toji back at it again. The juice. Yeah, dude, he's crazy. He wants the juice. My guy's here for the juice. All right, so we're gonna see how they fare against these skimmers. They fared well. They fared well. All right, we'll continue our judgment. The juice advertisement. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have them set the bodyguard too. Again, I'm not engaging in any of their combat or anything like I'm not giving them any orders because they're temporary companions. I'm effectively treating them like bodyguards that I hired, and then once the bounty is turned in, they're going to I'm going to end up removing them from the party. They're purely temporary. This is a momentary alliance for the sake of growth on our of Toji, because he needs some assistance. He's a solo bounty hunter with one arm. He's not a fool. He's not a fool. He's not a fool. All right, I think we can speed up a little bit. Hopefully we don't run into any sand skimmers, but I think we should be okay. Got a little pit there. Fun and profit. That's what a straight juke for no fun and profit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're here because we all have a deep love for money, and for combat and proving oneself and all that crap that everyone tells themselves. And we're totally not here because we want to we just want to beat people up and get paid to do it. Potentially sell a few of them into slavery if they run their mouths. Are you guys going to attack us? Is that going to be a thing? Yeah, so they're over here because of Garrick. Well, we'll see how that goes for him. Oi! What in Okrin stinking teats? Did you see all that? That bug just gave me the stink eye. Yeah, fucking, they're gonna get murdered, man. They didn't even look at one of them actually call him out on it. They didn't even look over here. Shut up, Braun. Name's not Braun. Name's Soji, but that's fine. This guy's name is Soji, not Braun. They're always being too serious or pessimistic with the vanilla prompts. I personalize mine so that they can sometimes crack jokes with dark humor and everything. So something you can do is what I've noticed is In the profile editor, you can add custom faction descriptions, and you can also like when someone joins your party, you can actually give them a prompt and be like, hey, you're part of this faction now. You are not to be pessimistic. You are not to be you're to be open to cracking jokes. You're allowed to be a little bit more lively, and that usually fixes it within your party. Send your Okranite veteran to convince them to leave. I don't have an Okranite veteran. I don't have one. I have. I would, but I don't. Toji's from the UC, technically speaking. Garrick is a Hiver. This is a captain of the guard for the United Cities. Eris is a drifter from fucking the way station down in the Sten Desert, and Artemis is a bounty hunter who I don't know anything about, and they wear a fucking basket on their head. In Cthulhu's stream, you said your guy, so your one-armed guy was an Okranite vet. Yeah, I was going to, and then I ended up leaning more towards the idea of making him a bounty hunter. I ended up switching it last minute when I started the playthrough yesterday. Yeah, he's a UC citizen who lost his arm after stealing bread and turned to a life of bounty hunting. Bleeding the god damn it, they're still running their fucking mouths, man. Running their feckin' mouths. Yep, okay, and combat has begun. Alright, Eris, you know the deal. Head over there, sneak. We may end up having to go on a little combat expedition against these guys. They're weak though. Even Toji will be able to take them, and he's not the strongest yet. He's still working up his skills. What type of bread? Just straight up, or he was looking for a slice. Slice of Wonder Bread, my guy. He couldn't even get a slice of Wonder Bread. The nobles cut his arm off to show an example to other people not to steal. Alright, we're getting overwhelmed. We do have 5 times attack slots on, so we are getting overwhelmed right now. But honestly, this bodes well in terms of like our preparation for fighting the Sand Ninja. Now we have a gauge of where we stand. Shit. Alright, we are taking a bit of a beating here. Damn. I am proud of Toji, though. He's fighting back. Well, that's where that went. I'm assuming he's a big fan of the UC, then? He's not a big fan of anybody. That's kind of his motif. He's not really a fan of anybody. All right. We were overwhelmed. Numbers were a problem. Numbers were a problem. Toji is currently unconscious, but that's okay. Rough situation. It said the 2 hives are each other's greatest enemies, right? I don't know about that, actually. The Southern Hive and the Western Hive don't really interact. Probably, but I mean, I would be reasonable to assume, but the 2 don't really interact. My favorite kind of character, the I hate you all equally kind of type. Yeah, like he's kind of just like, he understands the way that the world, that Kenshi works, the way the world works. And he, it's that understanding of how the world works that prompts him to move forward. It prompts him to continue his efforts. All right, we're gonna switch over to that. Oh damn! Knock the fuck out. Yeah, that makes sense. He might end up in a recovery coma. Yeesh. Is there a Dyer's Guild around? I think there is actually. I think there's a Dyer's Guild like up over here that we can rest up at. Here, Milana, pick up Eris. We're gonna head off to the Cactus. There's a should be a Dyer's Guild, yeah, right over here that we can rest up at. So we're gonna rest up there, and then we'll see how it goes. If I recall, they each have a negative 100 relations with each other. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I imagine that the absolute, like, there's the hive, how the hivers feel about the no hives, and then imagine how they feel about a different hive mind. It's probably not very good. Probably not very good. Vine Canyon. My God, I feel like we're back in the Nugget Mafia. All right, we're going to come on in here. You down. Everybody's going to rest up. Fantastic. Fantastic. Do you think there are any extinct races? I hope so. I hope there are, and I hope that we see them in Kenshi too. I sincerely hope so. Oh, you know, something I never actually ended up checking. Where is the all orange? I gotta check the boot. I gotta check the boots. Hell yeah. Orange straps, my guy. Woo. Woo. Love it. All right, who do you think would win in a war between the hives, considering the relations and alliances, or their military power? Who do I think would win in a war between the hives? Well, the Southern Hive is better trained, that's for sure, but the Western Hive has sheer numbers on their side. They also have a much more easily defendable position in terms of their queen compared to the Southern Hive. The Southern Hive, well, they do have a good defensible position. You have to go through the entire Royal Valley to fight them. The Western Hive is on a isolated island, basically out, like, in international waters, you know? I think that in an all-out conflict, like in a full-on war between the two, I think that the Western Hive, I think it would be an absolutely brutal campaign, but I think in the end, the Western Hive would probably come out just due to the fact that they can overwhelm them with numbers. Regeneration for the Western Hive of numbers is way easier than it is for the Southern Hive. The Southern Hive, the reason why they haven't expanded out is because it's so difficult for them to reproduce. They have to, kidnap people and or kill people, bring them all the way back to the Royal Valley, have them eaten by King, and then have them fed to the Queen so she can make new hivers that can go all the way back to the front lines. Whereas the Western Hive, they still have to transport the hivers to the front lines, but they only need they just need food. They need agriculture and wheat straw. They don't need to transport people all the way back over there. So also, all the dead Westerners could supercharge King. I mean, define supercharge, right? Like, yeah, they could bring a bunch of them back and start pumping out more hivers, but again, the Western Hive can already reproduce faster than the Southern Hive Queen can, by nature of how they reproduce. So at most, it would level the playing field, but the Western Hive still has higher numbers at the beginning. So even in a battle of attrition where the reproduction issue of the Southern Hive is leveled out, it still kind of favors the Western Hive. Still kind of favors the Western Hive, at least in my opinion. At least in my opinion. Excuse me. Alrighty, so I'm not too worried about Eris in terms of his health. I'm more making sure that the rest of the party is healed up and good to go. Lana, you're good. Garrett, go lay down. Get them all healed up, and then we'll go to the Cactus Den. Alright, so Cactus Den is over here, so we're actually not far off from them. I think we could probably actually almost see it from here. We just got to come up this way and then cut straight back diagonally, and we should be able to get there without an issue. Nice and quick, nice and quick. Now, we are going to get overwhelmed pretty quick, but if we can take the Sandon down, we should be fine. I'm going to ask some of these Dyer's Guild guards and see if they want to join us. They got good stats. We'll have Toji jump up and conversate with them. Oi, Shek. You look pretty capable. How you like to join us on our hunt? Our target's the Sandoni. Our target is the Sand Oni. I'll pay up front. I want to see if we can get one of these guards to join us too. I doubt it, but if we can, that'd be pretty feckin' cool. Excuse me. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to do it. Yeah, I don't think they're... That's fine. It's fine. I get it. I get it. All right. Why are there lines of women? Oh, so these are mannequins. They're used as mannequins. So this is the Dyer's Guild. So basically, you go in here with a piece of equipment here. I'll use this one as an example. I think hers is dyeable. Yeah, it's dyeable. Okay, so I'll use her as an example. We'll give her red armor. So you go up to the dyer, up to the mannequin, and you put your armor on there, and it dyes the armor. Although this one did not dye for some reason, but it dyes the armor. Yeah. So it's so that you can give your characters custom armor colors. That's why I'm currently wearing samurai pants that are orange, because you know Toji's got that drip. He's got the drippiest of drip. All right, we're off. We're off to fight the Oni. It's gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna let Milana, Artemis, and Garrick take the lead on it. Especially Milana, she's got the highest defense out of all of us. So they're going to take the lead. Toji will be in the back. He'll be fighting, but he'll be fighting from the back. He'll be fighting from the back. Did you see my Fishman Islands Taiwan theory? I can't say that I did. That makes me wonder, why does Kenshi lack boats? Is it just a gameplay purpose? Yeah. So there's the gameplay reason is that the Ogre engine doesn't support boats. At least not in this iteration of Kenshi. It didn't support boats. So it was dev constraints. The in-lore universe explanation is that they don't seem to have the ability to manufacture boats or some shit like that. I'm assuming, or they do have boats. Like I personally think it's one of those things where there are boats on Kenshi, but due to gameplay reasons, we can't see them. And this follows the same idea that I've had with like population, where population in Kenshi is technically, like scaled down compared to what it's supposed to be, and the way that in like Skyrim, population is scaled down from what it's supposed to be in the lore for due to gameplay restrictions and engine restrictions. So like Whiterun is supposed to have tens of thousands of people. There's like fucking 20 people in there. The city has like 15 houses, and in actuality, it's supposed to be a massive sprawling kingdom that is in the fields of Whiterun. And it's not. It was scaled down. There's a level of separation where you have to be like, this is what the lore is, and then this is how they represent that in game. So there may very well be boats in Kenshi's lore that are still actively being used, like they were during the Second Empire, but we just may not be able to see them due to engine limitations. It's deliberately scaled down for engine purposes. Isn't there a mention of another continent beyond the ocean on the other side of the moon? There is mention in an item called the Old Map that mentions an old probably fictional continent that you don't recognize, and I actually have theorized that is going to be the landmass that we see in Kenshi 2. Because we're obviously gonna have Kenshi, the world that we know, but they have said that there's going to be there's going to be new lands as well. So I think that the new lands is going to be the area, like the lands that were described in that old map. So And we're also pretty certain that there's going to be boats in Kenshi too as well, so there's also that. All right, Sand Oni is right there. We're going to have Milana head over there and just start attacking them. Garrick, you too. You guys head over here. Combat, let the combat begin. There's your job is you're actually going to pop over here and you're going to sneak. Toji, we're going to play it smart with you. We're going to be smart about it. Milana can probably hold her own against this guy, but if they get outnumbered or overwhelmed, that's a different story. Things will go down quickly. Garrick and Artemis are holding their own. We got 3 fights happening. Okay, now things are going to start getting bad. Again, we're here for the bounty and the bounty only. I honestly couldn't care less about the rest of them. She's taking some stomach damage, but that's okay. Were you a Jonin? You were not a Jonin. You're just a random hiver. All right, let's kite you up here so I can fight you one-on-one. I don't want to... You got squishier limbs. You can do this. Ay-ya. Nice. All right, we're going to take your weapon because I don't need you getting up and using that weapon. And then, actually, I'm going to take your ninja rags, too, because I don't actually need them. You can keep those. Those are fine. Actually, no, you can't keep those. Those are mine. You can't have them. They're mine. Okay, we're going to take the ninja rags because they will give us a bit of an attack bonus, which we can use right now. Nice. Okay, you get over here. Toji, you get over here. The bounty, get the bounty, get the bounty, get the bounty, get the bounty. We move, we move, we move. They knew what they were in for. They knew what they were in for. Bounty collected. Hell yeah. Was it cheap? Absolutely. Do I feel bad about it? Not even a little bit. Had to be done. Had to be done. Woo. Hell yeah. That's Sater. Thank you for popping in, as always. Alright, we'll give you a shirt. You can keep that. Hell yeah. Very excited. How's the pack mule? He's doing good. He's doing good. The pack mule is doing good. Love it. That weapon is so cool. Yeah, yeah, it is really good. The Might Out Disguise Katana, really, really good. I don't know if I can use that, actually. Can I use that one-handed? I don't think I can. We'll find out. We'll find out. We did what we came to do. Artemis and Garrick are there. They're on their own. They knew what they signed up for. Now our job is to get the hell out of Dodge. They knew what they signed up for. Oh, Milana's headed back over there. She's headed back over there. And now she's not. Fuck them. Alright, so we've abandoned them. They are no longer part of our group. They served their purpose. They died in combat. I'm sorry. Or they you know, our business is concluded. Is my point. Is the crux of what I'm saying here. Our business is concluded. They are probably not going to survive. Which, you know, these things have been known to happen. These things have been known to happen. He is definitely gonna die. Jesus, Garrick is definitely gonna die. He got fucking pincushioned. My God. And what did you? How did you? How are you doing, Artemis? Chest damage. Yeah, she probably going to die too. Well, had to be done. Had to be done. Let's go turn this bounty in. We did what we came here to do. Yeah, that's what he got paid for. That's what he got paid for. I paid them to come here and capture the Oni, and we captured the Oni. They weren't strong enough to survive the encounter. Is what it is. Is what it is. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Toji's a vibe. But we're gonna get a nice sweet 20,000 for this. Toji's gonna be living the good life. Mercenaries should know the weight of the job. Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, they knew the offer. The job was clear. And again, I don't. Anytime we have NPCs join us and enter our squad or any of the bounties, yeah, we could probably heal her up. That's fair. Anytime we have an NPC join us for any of the bounties, I don't have any. I take no control over them. They do their own thing. I set them to bodyguard Toji because they follow him for the bounty, but they do their own thing. I don't give them orders. I don't do any of that stuff. We're actually gonna take this stuff too. Take that. Basket hat, samurai cloth pants. I'll let you keep those. Fantastic. A little bit of first aid to myself. And we should probably first aid her just enough to get her back. Ah, cool. The Stout we go to turn in our bounty and collect our winnings. Good timing too, because we need to get some food. Gotta get some food. I wonder when the next build stream is, and if in the next one you'll work on the town for my mod as you said you would. Yes, I have to look at the more stuff. I have to look at the stuff you sent me. It's been a ridiculous couple of days. We'll get the next build stream going, and I'll work on it. That'll be the next build stream. You have my word, Dragon. The next build stream, I will be working on that. I'll probably end up doing it Thursday because Elden Ring with Muffin is canceled this week. He's got some stuff going on. So Thursday. Count on it for Thursday. We'll build it for Thursday. Where is Milana going? Oh, okay. She just dipped down for a minute. Not sure why. Fair enough. All right, let's go deliver this bounty. Get paid. Toji's getting paid today. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. I have to work Tuesday, so we'll see if I show up for the first part. I will. I mean, I'll probably be up a bit later for that one, just because of what it is. You know, we got to make sure we finish it in one go. But yeah, I'll take a look at it this week. The stuff that you sent me. I just haven't had a chance to look at it yet, and we will. We'll get something going. I'll get it figured out, and then I'll plan for Thursday to do the build stream where we work on it. Work on a mod for the town, town for the mod. I mean. Oh my lord, oh my lord. I mean, I have some ideas of what it should look like, but I don't have a layout, you know? Yeah, just shoot in the message on Reddit. Just go ahead and shoot me what you have in terms of ideas, so that way, even if you're not there at the beginning, I can go ahead and get started. I'll have an idea what you're looking for, location, you know, things that you want from it, that kind of stuff, and I'll get started. That way, even if you're not there. Last one was awesome. Waiting for the next one as well. Thank you, guys. I was really proud of the last one. Turned out super good. Super good. Turned out really, really good. All right, let's go drop this lad off. Put you in a cage. Collect my 20K. Woo. Nice. We captured the Sandon. I'm actually going to tell Ares that he's got to be so pessimistic. Boy. Some ground rules. Some ground rules. I'm going to be a member of this team. you are to speak plainly, plainly and casually, which are basically the same thing, but I want to be clear. Plainly and casually. Make jokes. Be both optimistic and pessimistic. I don't know if I spelled that right. I don't think I did. I don't think plain and casually are the same thing. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, you can make jokes. You can be both pessimistic and optimistic and pessimistic, and act as a normal person would. No need for poetry in every sentence. Just give him some directives in terms of how the faction functions. Let's see how he responds. Power cells draw the beast's eye. Best keep our blades sharp and eyes sharper. What the hell's the beast's eye? What the fuck are you talking about, man? It's not a joke, Eris. The markets are flooded with cheap grain. Oh my god. You guys are over here just having whole conversations without me. I have no fucking idea what you people are talking about. Alright, well, Milana, our deal is concluded. Alright. Milana, appreciate the help. Assist with the Oni. Our business is concluded. Here is where we go our separate ways. I want to see if she actually can leave the party if I tell her to. Is she going to respond? I feel like some of these times I'm talking and some of the NPCs are just basically fucking ignoring what I'm saying. But it also takes a moment, so, you know. Fine, Drifter, keep your path clear and the sands won't swallow you whole. You as well have a drink for Garrick and Artemis. They died so we could make a shit ton of money. Woo. Just have a nice little conversation. Now, I'm doing this for a reason, not just for the purposes of, you know, like the roleplay aspect, but also because by having these conversations, these conversations are remembered by everyone that overhears them. And they're recorded in the dialogue packages for Sentient Sands. So these conversations will be referenced later. They will be talked about later. NPCs will talk to each other about things that, you know, Toji and Eris and them have done. So I'm trying to make sure that that Sentient Sands will, like, get the details correct on what Toji has done for the future of the playthrough. We'll pour a bitter water for the dead, but the desert won't wait for us to mourn. That's touche. Again with the poetry, though. Pretty sure I gave you an order not to say that shit, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll wait for Milana to respond, and then I'll remove her from the squad. Sometimes they do respond too. We just don't always see it. Let me check the dialogue history. Milana. We're all the way down. No, hasn't responded. He's got an opinion of Eris, though, which is... Interesting, interesting. All right, well, I do think that's all we're going to get out of her for right now. That's fine. So we're going to go ahead and have her... Oh, is she walking away? No, I thought she was just bailing out for a minute. Oh, shit. All right, well, our business is concluded. You are now free to return to whatever you were doing before. I have a small feeling she won't, because if the dev introduced that, then there could be a bug where they leave at some random time. I'm almost positive that she can leave, like, you can get people to leave your party through dialogue, because you can get them to attack you through dialogue, too. You can make them hostile, you can make them join you. I'm pretty sure Harvey did include a way for you to have people leave your party if you... Like, I think if your relationship with them on the individual level, because, like, your relation with people is recorded. So, like, I have a positive +11 relation with Eris, and we're neutral. I think that if they get down low enough, they can actually leave your party. So there's that. And this is every line of conversation that I've had with Eris we started, which is cool. All right, we need food. That's what we need. We need food. We have some money to spare now, so we're going to grab 2 of these. We grab 2 ration packs. That should keep us fed for at least a bit. Now, we're going to head towards Trader's Edge because I need some armor, and they have an armor shop there, I'm pretty sure, that we can go to. Or, actually, do they have an armor shop there? Or am I thinking of the cat? Let's head to the capital instead, actually. To the capital! Head up to the capital. Western Hive. We actually may want to grab something from him. How much? 2,500. Leave me alone. No means no. Hold on, not yelling at him. I'll tell you what. I'll buy the Lantern of Radiance off you for 100 cats. See if I can talk him down. See if I can talk him down. 100 cats, I'll buy it off you. Come on! Oh, look, Milana's off doing her own thing now. She's gone full tech hunter, as they usually do. No, nothing? Bastard. Alright, show me your wares. Anything in here that's going to be interesting, useful for me? No? No. Guess not. How much money do you have? Decent money, actually. We can sell this crap. Get stuff out of my inventory. Sell that. Keep the Holy Flame on us. We can sell the Mytau parts because we're not going to be doing manufacturing. And we can continue our journey towards the capital. Continue our journey towards the capital. Our one-armed mercenary as he moves towards the capital. Time is it? 10 o'clock. Jesus, man. Well, quick. All right. Once we go to the capital, we're going to buy some better armor for Toji. Toji goes to Ba Sing Se. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. I'm about to march my happy ass into Lake Lao, guy. It's going to happen. It's happening. We should probably join up with the Shinobi Thieves. I feel like they would be good allies to have in Toji's position. I feel like given his particular line of work, I feel like having allies with the Shinobi Thieves would be beneficial to him. the ability to fence goods and whatnot, as well as just in general having like a safe house that we can go to in most cities without having to pay, that we can rest up in. And in addition to that, it will give us a place that we can fence stolen gear, because he's a good bounty hunter, but again, as I said, he's not always the most honorable man. He does what he has to do to survive. And in the event that we get pinched by the law for whatever reason, I feel that having them on our side is going to be the better thing, because they'll give us, buy us some time to escape. They won't be slaughtering the town on our behalf. They're going to get absolutely wrecked, but they'll buy us the ability to escape. So, now, while we're here, my hope is that we can get Toji a more complete set of armor that will allow him to fight a little bit better. Head on in here and get my boy some better armor. Show me your wares, comrade. Yes, this is what we were looking for. All right, we're looking for one that has the lowest value of decreasing attack, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the type 1 because it's the least heavy. Which is fine, totally fine. We also need to upgrade our samurai leg plates because they are the shittiest of tiers. The shittiest of tiers, and potentially get him a new helmet because this Dust Bandit helmet is not working for him. Not working for him. All right, so we're going to sell that. Splurge a little bit. Well, we'll do the helmet last. We need to get him pants first. Get him better pants first. I'm thinking we do heavy armor for the leg plates for the maximum coverage on his legs. He needs to have as much coverage on his legs as we can give him. And ones that we can dye specifically is the goal. So if they have a specialist grade that is dyeable, we'll take that. If not, then we'll go with the high. That's fine. What's the difference in stats? Oh, it's actually quite a bit. So yeah, it's quite a bit. Shit. A decrease in athletics and dodge and stealth and the extra coverage plus the harpoon resistance. The cut resistance is 6 points higher. Blunt resistance is higher. I mean, yeah, it's oof. What I find funny is how the Holy Nation thinks the Hivers are just thieves, and at first you think man, that's racist. Then the thieves in their city are all Hivers. Was that intentional, or am I just getting Hiver RNG? Truthfully, I think you're actually just getting Hiver RNG. But it is important to remember that I think you're just getting Hiver RNG. That is really funny, though. It is kind of like the Dark Elf Spine Wind Helm. It's really funny. That's really funny. We'll go with the dyed one. I think it'll be with the one we can dye. That's fine. All right, boots, same deal. Actually, let's get him his chest armor first. Specialist type 3 that can be dyed. That's going to give him a massive decrease to his melee attack. We can't afford that. We need a type 1 specialist if they have it. Type 1 specialist dyed, 25,000. I'll take it. That'll do, and then we'll get him a nice helmet, too. Get that man a nice helmet, too. Something with a hat. Type 1 with a mask. Okay, hold on. Let's get a vibe check. The vibe check. Type 1 with a mask. Light armor variant, but it can't be dyed. Yeah. Nope, that's a no. Hate that. Looks dumb. Samurai hat with a mask. Looks better. I do like the hat with the mask. But... Helmet with the mask that can be dyed, maybe. High grade helmet with mask. No, I think hat with the mask. Probably the way to go. Hat mask. They have a high grade one, or is it all standard? Looks like it's all standard. Yeah. Well, shit. Yeah, we'll run with this then. That'll do. That'll do. It decreases his... Oh, it does have a melee attack bonus decrease, which I'm trying to avoid as much as possible. Because the added protection... Later on, it won't make a difference, but right now, that little difference in damage is quite large. Quite girthy. Quite girthy. Although... Maybe I should make up the difference by giving him the specialist grade instead. Hold on. Let's speak. Give him the full dyeable specialist armor. It does decrease his stats dramatically, but it will be far more effective in combat. That is for sure. That is for sure. And then give him this hat. I think it affects the amount of attacks, not the damage. Yeah, it affects my not the damage isn't what I meant. It affects my ability to attack quickly and effectively. So I'm just trying to balance that out where we're still getting we're still effectively able to fight the way we need to. Also, a level up faster for the negative stat bonus. That's true. That's true. We could use that as an effective way to level up. We should probably train on some smaller ones. That is true, though. That is true. The Hachigane, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Is there a clothing shop around here that I can go to? The Hachigane may be a good idea. Clothing. Bread. Bar. General shop. Ranger shop. Go to the Ranger shop. Sometimes they have stuff in there. So our man Toji's getting outfitted. He's looking pretty. He's looking mighty fine now. He's looking real good. Got to protect his one good arm, you know. Got to protect his one good arm. This no, no. Maybe over here. If not, we can always go to Trader's Edge. They have a clothing shop there that we can grab something from. Which is looking like that's going to have to be the avenue that which is fine. That's fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. We should probably grab some sleeping bags to bring with us. Bring 2 because there's 2 of us, obviously, but we're going to need those. All right, let's head over to Trader's Edge and grab some clothes. So that's straight south. All right, we've been to the capital. Let's head on through. On the road again. Oh, yes, you know that we are on the road again. To avoid the slave traders, they will, in fact, try to shackle my boy. Can't have that. Hero grabs sleeping bags without logic harping on him. I know. Listen, I'm learning. Take those because we can eat those. We'll take these for potential food supply. And yeah. True, I'm learning. Can you color that armor? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. That's one of the other reasons that I wanted it specifically is because it's dyeable. So you can see that it says can be dyed and can be dyed. Very, very good. Very stoked about it. So we're gonna be dyeing the shit out of this armor. Make it nice and orange. Nice and orange. Avoid the slave hunters. Logic will shock his brain cells again. I know, listen, he's gonna freak out, man. He's gonna lose it. He's not ready to find out that Hero is in fact capable of learning things. The world is not ready. Oh man, you're awesome for showing me that dying mod. It's my favorite mod. It's literally it's up there in my like must-have mods for every playthrough because some of my favorite armors in the game are armors that are capable of being dyed. It is yeah, it's up there in one of my must-have mods. Hopefully we don't run into any rebel farmers while we're out. Tech 23. Yeah, I mean we're what was your chance to successfully land your hit on your opponent? Yeah. Yeah. What's my dex at right now? 12, due to my equipment. And my robotics, oddly enough, but I don't have robotics, or my lack of robotics. I have no fucking idea. Maybe it's my robotic skill. Either way, it does make sense. Rebel farmers. Yeah, they will absolutely wreck my day right now. Damn it. Damn it. There's you head over here. Toji. Toji can take a beating now, though, because he's got his dope armor. Excuse me. And he's got this really badass katana, so when he does hit, it's going to hurt a hell of a lot more. He actually is more effective in battle now. Downside is he's still going to get messed up. He's still going to get messed up. He will not survive this. I mean, he'll survive the encounter, but he's not going to, you know, my point is that he's going to get fucked up, which is fine. We're going to have you come over here and sneak. Toji's up here training. This is training. We're training right now. Getting really decent stats, actually. Wait, hold on. Equipment bonus is... What does this add to my attack? Does it offset it? Plus 7 attack offsets the negative 10. Okay, so we've actually offset. We're only negative 3, which is really good. All right, now we're taking a beating. Fine. Ares will come pick him up. Yeah, what was the world event that just happened? The Borderlands has become a never-ending blood soup where skimmers and rebel farmers, these swarm each other in the cross. Yeah, it's just because a lot of rebel farmers are getting killed by skimmers. All right, yeah, you're going to loot me. You're going to be like, ah, he has no food. He's a poor, poor bitch. And they're right. That's fine. Are they going to leave, my guy? There we go. Toji, clean yourself up. All right, we're off. The battle was quick. It was harsh. Toji got his ass kicked, but he learned valuable lessons. All right, so we need to head towards Trader's Edge. We're coming here for a specific purpose, which is to get Toji some headgear. And to rest up. We need to rest. But good to know that this weapon here is viable. Eris, I'm actually going to let you equip the Desert Saber. That way you can use that for defense, but you're on purely defense. Your job is purely defensive. You are not to engage in combat. All right, so we need to take an opportunity. We're going to rest up in the bar till morning when the shop's open, even though the shop's open very soon, but we're going to rest up in the bar. And then we're going to go to the clothing store, get a helmet for Toji, because he needs it. My guy got messed up. Look at his face. Look at his face. Devastating. Although his picture looks way worse than he does right now, but, you know, that's fine. Eris is Toji's loyal squire. That's what he is. That's right. All right, heal up. Lay down. And while you're doing that, Eris, you're going to do some shopping for Toji. Who is the proprietor of this establishment? Wherefore art thou? Are we able to get up here? Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Show me your stuff. Fantastic. Henge has to be one of the ugliest towns. Oh, I agree. It's really, really poorly built. Does not look very good at all. Are you kidding me? All they have is fucking rusty chainmail tangle musts. Oh my god. What kind of a hovel are we in right now? Oh my god, this place sucks. That's fine. We'll figure it out. Anywhere else I can go that potentially may have what we get? I suppose I could go to the Shinobi Thieves. They're going to charge me an arm and a leg, but what are you gonna do, you know? There's a headgear shop. Is there? Is there a headgear shop around here? Farm shop. Belt. Mechanical shop. Robotics workshop. General shop. Residential. I don't see the headgear shop. I don't see no dang headgear shop. Oh, you're asking. Oh, no. I say I don't think there's one. No, there's not. There's not. Would this mod make being a trader better or a smith? Yeah, because you can effectively haggle for your goods. Like you can sell them your goods for haggling prices. You can upsell. You're not bound to the in-game economy nearly as much. Here's an idea. I'm actually, you know what? Speaking of haggling, let's go try and do some haggling. So I'm gonna put Eris here in the front slot for a second, so he can do the talking, and he's gonna go do some haggling while Toji's sleeping. So we're going to go into this general shop. I'm going to try and sell these 6 animal claws for more money. Hello, miss. I am here looking to sell my loot. I have 6 animal claws of high quality. Taken straight from a deadly sand skimmer. How much would you pay for all 6? Let's see what she says. Let's see what they... Obviously, we got to take a minute for the AI to kick in. But if what is it? If our loyal squire here can come in and do some haggling while Toji's resting up from his stuff, I'll give you 550 cats for the 6 claws. These things have a sale value of 95, which means she's actually trying to pilfer me. I had someone else offer me 800. You be willing to tell her it's mint condition and you should use stronger language. You'll get more money. I mean, I've used stronger language with them before, and usually that ends up resulting in them getting pissy. But you know, we'll see how it goes. I had someone else offer me 800. They're in mint. I will tell them the mint condition thing though. They're in mint condition. Can do better than 550. Hero's able to learn stuff. I'll raise it to 650 cats for the 6 claws. Make it 700 even, and we have a deal. $700 cats. No, bitch, you're supposed to give me 700 cats. You suck. What are you talking about? No! Hold on. There's a way to debug this. I've been debugged. She fucking took 700 cats from me, you son of a bitch. Hold on. I gotta see what the debug for it is. I'm gonna have her give me 1,400 cats now to make up for what I just lost. Attack, idle, join, free, breakout. Cycle through. Hold on. Sometimes the AI gets confused. Any minute now. We'll spit the rest out here in a second. Move fast, shop, travel, rescue, repair. Any second now. Give cats. Okay, so I think it's give _ cats. It's watch her take another 1,400 from me. Gained 1,400 cats. Okay, there we go. So I got my money back, and I got the 700 we agreed upon. I'm just gonna drop these for the sake of fairness. She was supposed to take them, but there's a particular issue. Harvey was telling me the other day. There's an issue with specifically shopkeepers. Someone who's actually already a shopkeeper. Sometimes the system gets a little funky when you try to negotiate for items and goods from them. It fucks up. So I'm not surprised that had a bug. But I have had instances where I've had NPCs give me their gear and their equipment and stuff for like literally like free, basically. Let's see if we can find someone with a hat that we can use. I'm gonna see. We're gonna take the money that we just got from that from that, the 1,400 we just well, the 700 that we just got from that, and we're gonna try and find someone to willing to sell us their hat for 50 cats. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna offer some. We're going to offer some paltry amounts of money for their hat. Taking vote. Hold on. Taking a vote. Zomboid or BG3 will I listen tonight? Oh, both are really good options. Both are really good options. You right there, and you're a mercenary. That'll do. Head on over here. All right. Hello, miss. I see you have a interesting headpiece there. I'm gonna make Eris very like polite, like whereas Toji is more gruff, more straightforward, a little bit more like this is the situation, who's coming with. Eris is gonna be a lot more of a polite. He's the squire. He does the shopping. He does the cooking. He hauls the goods. He's there for the ride, and he's a very polite guy. I would be willing to buy it off you for, say, 50 cats. All right. See if we can get her to give us that help that that hat for 50 cats. BG3 is more mellow. You can pause and lose concentration without any catastrophic outcomes. Zomboid loves to punish negligence. Touche. BG3 may be the better option, at least for listening and playing at the same time. Trinket cost more than a handful of cats. 200 will fetch it. Deal. 200 cats for your headgear. Take the headpiece. Give it to me. God, it's gonna be one of those things. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. How obnoxious. Slash give. I don't know. I don't even know what to refer to it as. What do you intend to hand over? How's it spelled? Hold on. I'm zooming up on the chat log. Someone spell it for me so I can make this creature give me her headwear. Give headgear. No. Oh, sorry. Slash the get. Slash get headgear. Well, this mod is extremely impressive. The sheer stupidity of the AI is definitely ruining it a bit. It can be kind of dumb sometimes. It also depends on the AI model you're using. I'm using the free one because, I'm not paying for that shit. I don't use AI for like stuff. So like I'm not going to pay for just the stream. That's ludicrous. Especially because it like a lot of them charge per prompt, not like a flat fee. If it was a flat like this much money a month, this series is only going to last like a month or two, you know, like at most 15 episodes will get us 3 weeks, and 3-ish weeks. I would do it then if it's a flat time, but I'm not gonna pay per prompt for us to do this. That's crazy. That's ludicrous. I don't have the funds for that. Maybe if I was bigger and I was making more money from content and all that stuff, I might, you gotta invest what you make. But I'm not gonna pay per prompt right now. That's fucking asinine. So, it is what it is. Again, part of the issue is usually the byproduct of the system, the AI that you're using. So, and I'm using the free model that they provide for the mods. So, I can't complain too much. I can't complain too much. Give headgear, please. The manners go a long way. You're right. It's my bad. I was being rude. I was being rude. Also, it is still an early development. Like the mod hasn't been out very, very long. And Harvey does appear to be working on it pretty consistently based on everything we talked about them. So, well, if you make money off this, you can write this off as a tax write-off. That's true. The problem is right now I don't make an I don't have enough stuff to write off as a tax write-off in regards to my channel, where it is more than the basic expenses, like the basic write-off that you could take, which is like 26,000. So the goal is that one day I want, but hopefully by the end of the year, my goal is to be doing YouTube full time by the end of the year. And I will be able to, write everything off. So, but we'll get there hopefully one day. But yeah, end of the year, I want to be doing YouTube full time. We're going to hit 16K very, very soon. Probably by the end, within the next day or two, we're going to hit 16K on the channel. Very big thing. Very excited about it. 16,000's a number I was not expecting to reach this quick. Is that a hybrid named Dido? It is. It was, in fact, a hybrid named Dido. All right. Well, this whole trip has been a bit of a bust to come here, coming to this place. Trader's Edge has been a bit of a bust. What's happening here? Sounds like Dido. Yeah. Does the co-op mod work? And if so, would you ever do a co-op playthrough with another Kenshi YouTuber? The co-op mod, okay. I don't know if you were here for this whole debacle. The co-op mod that was released that everybody was talking about on Reddit and all that stuff is not the mod that has been shown all over YouTube that's in development. So I haven't tested that one because I don't trust it. And I haven't heard anybody, not a single person, tell me they've gotten it able to work yet. I've not heard a single person tell me they've gotten it to work. And I personally just think the whole thing's very sketchy. It came out of nowhere. There's no paper trail for it. There's no test footage. There's no dev footage. There's no footage of it working at all. And it came from a company or came from a GitHub account that is not connected to the one that we've seen actual footage of it being developed. And so because of that, I've actually been telling people not to download it because we don't know what this is. It's some random account that shows up on GitHub claiming to be Kenshi Co-op, makes all of the exact same promises that the one that we've seen on YouTube actually showing, makes all of the same promises as that one, has no paper trail behind it, and it just comes off as incredibly sketch. So, in terms of does the Kenshi Co-op mod work, that one, I don't think so. The one that is being developed that does appear to actually be working, the one that is currently in development that does appear to be actually working is not out yet, but when it is out, I've already made plans with several other YouTubers to do a pretty cool project with them, where we'll all be recording and whatnot for it. I'm going to be doing basically the going plan for it is when Kenshi co-op is out and usable and viable, myself, Pedastrophia, Muffin Top, and Frankie are all going to get together, and we're going to do me, Pedo, and Muffin versus Frankie. We're going to take the three of us and try. We're going to give the three of us like four IRL hours to prepare, and we're going to try give Frankie four IRL hours to prepare himself, and we're going to see if we can take down Frankie. And I think that all three of us are going to get absolutely wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. You could hire mercs and use them to raid beak things near the nests in the gut. That is true. We could do that. There's also a bounty in the gut, I believe. Though I don't feel necessarily confident we can take that right now. Head down towards this way station here. Frankie's going to rip y'all up. He's going to Batman you. You got to give him prep time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be bad. So that's the plan, though. We've already got a plan in place. Once Kenshi co-op is a thing, it's going to be a 3v1, us versus Frankie, and we're going to see who wins. And by see who wins, it's going to be Frankie. But we're going to have numbers on our side. So who knows? Maybe if we have a plan of attack, you should add a rule that none of you can be skeletons. Well, no, I think that the 3v1 is fair. Just because Frankie is Frankie. My thought with it is if we have enough prep time, even though Frankie will probably demolish us in terms of stats, we can theoretically, set the stage as to where the fight's going to take place. We can theoretically, prep ahead of time and position ourselves in such a way where we might be able to win. But who knows? Who knows? What's the win condition? How I'm back? Win condition on the Frankie thing, or win condition on this playthrough? To clarify, I was thinking for the Frankie thing, our strat would be that we have at least one person pulling range with a crossbow, and we have one person. We have at least one person pulling range with a crossbow. A couple people to hold his position down. Well, the ranger does most of the work, but even then, I mean, it's probably going to be a bloodbath. He's probably going to kick our ass. We're going to have to cheese the hell out of it. There's no way. There's simply no way. Win condition for the competition with Frankie. Whoever survives. Whoever survives. The win condition would be whoever survives in that situation. I have 20 guys with evil crosses, then he can't get near. Indeed. That's the plan. 20 guys, eagles crosses. Even if all of them are terrible shots, at least one or two will hit. At least one or two will hit. All right, so we got to continue to work on Toji's stats. He is... Oh, speaking of Toji, we got to move him back in front so he's the one talking. We got to continue to work on Toji's stats. He's got decent toughness. His defense is okay. His attack stat is mediocre. It's 24. He is working on it, but we gotta get high. Get better at that. We got to get better at that. We have 4,500 cats to our name that we can use to hire people. I'm thinking we actually go into the Black Desert for a couple of reasons. I think that if we go into the Black Desert, yes, we're going to take a little bit of acid damage, but we can probably get some good gear too. So we're going to hire 2 rounds of bounty hunters. 2 groups of tech hunters. I'm just going to hire them outright. I'm not going to try and haggle with them one at a time. It's a pain in the ass right now. We're going to head into the Black Desert. Get some loot, that kind of stuff. Vagrants, the other tech hunter leader. Damn it, where are they at? They're in here somewhere. And if any of them die, we can just we can loot their bodies. Is there no one else that we can buy shit from? No, just let me thieve fence. You have nothing I want. Okay, well, I guess that's all we've got. Just the one group. I thought there was going to be 2 in here, but there's just the one. That's fine. Oh, no, they're there. Mercenary Guild. Hire some bodyguards. 2,000 for 1 day. Fantastic. All right, so now we've got a solid group coming with us that we can go into the Black Desert into the Deadlands with to gather some things up. Or actually, instead of the Deadlands, maybe we go fight Ponk. Maybe we go try to take on Screamer and Ponk. We're getting near nighttime, so we should be able to travel without much of an issue. Fight the Thralls. Yeah, let's go try to take on Ponk and them. It's going to be a bit of a journey to get there. Hopefully we can do so without too much issue. We'll cut around Venge and we'll go that way. But yeah, let's go try to take on Ponk. Ponk and Screamer the False. 2 bounties right there. That'll be good. We'll only be able to carry one of them, which is annoying, but what are you going to do, you know? We'll probably free Agnew and then just release Agnew to the wild. We'll probably have Agnew help us carry one of the bounties back, and then we'll go our separate ways. That's my thought with Agnew. So, like, we'll recruit Agnew, have them carry either Ponk or Screamer back to turn them in for their bounty, and then we'll release Agnew. Let Agnew go and find their own way. Find their own way. You're free now, Agnew. Nighttime, so we can avoid the lasers, and as long as we're clever about it, we can avoid the you know, all the thralls running around. End goal is that tower right over there. If you make a separate mod for the towns, I can combine them into the main mod. Okay, yeah, I'll make a mod and send over the file to you once we have it all done. So I'll make a mod for it when I build it. Will you free Agnew and Mongrel? I'll probably end up freeing Agnew after we drop the bounty. I don't think Toji would be interested in an escort mission. Plus, it's not like Agnew knows that Beep is there. You know, it's a little meta. It's a little meta. Where is our? There it is. Okay. So I'll probably end up freeing Agnew wherever we turn the bounty in. Oh shit! We ran into him. It's okay. Their stats are crap. We should be able to take them down. This will be a good test run for how the fight against Screamer and Ponk are gonna go. Toji hop in here. Also, I'm gonna save it. It's been a while since I've saved. Good spot for it. Right in the middle of this combat encounter. Whoa. Take these guys down. Agnew runs off to get Beep and then rules the world. Yeah. We'll let Agnew be free. Travel the world. They've been caged for so long. They can travel the world and discover things upon that they for themselves. We'll armor them up so that way they at least have good armor and gear when we set them free. We won't just leave them to the wolves. Oh fuck! There's even more. There's even more. It's fine. It's fine. How's our stat leveling going? How's our attack going? All right. Well, it's not great. It's not going great, but that's fine. Probably because these foes are technically quite weak in compared to what we should be taking on. We gotta hurry up soon. These lasers are gonna start moving in. Come on, you fools, finish them. Take them down. All right, we'll have them meet back up with us. 2 of us need to get moving. Get out of the range of the lasers. Tower right over there. Of course. What's the concept of this run? We are doing a one-armed solo mercenary run, so a solo bounty hunter run. So the theme is that our character only has his right arm. We cannot replace it. And we are a bounty hunter, so the goal is hunting down bounties. The only reason that we have a second character is that because we don't have our left arm, we are unable to carry bounties back. So we have someone that acts as our toady, our squire. That would be Eris here. He is non-combatant, block only. He only carries things. He does not engage in combat. So we're doing a solo bounty hunter run with the one arm. And we're also using the Sentient Sands mod that allows us to communicate with other NPCs and have some, more intricate dialogue and convince people and haggle and do that kind of stuff as well. just to kind of supplement the playthrough and make the whole bounty hunter lifestyle a bit more interesting for our characters. So, all right, so we're gonna head up right over here. Fantastic. So this is the old tower I'm pretty sure they were talking about earlier. So we're gonna have Eris prop right over here, and he's gonna sneak. Toji's gonna hang out right here and heal himself up. We're out of the realm where the lasers aren't gonna hit us. How does Beep follow you when he sees you? I wonder. It's a command built into his character. I have the same line of command, like the same line of code in the FCS. The same conditions and all that stuff are built into Gearlock, the follower that I've been building on stream. Same thing. When you see him, he follows you around. Okay, so they're out here fighting this Beak thing for whatever reason. Yes, beat the Beak thing. Yes, good. Heal up and let's go. We've got enemies to fight. Enemies to fight. Everyone get up here. God, you guys are in terrible shape. It's fine. Fine. All right. So, Toji is not going to be tanking here, as usual. He's going to be kind of riding the coattails as his allies here do most of the fighting for us. Our goal is ultimately to take Punk and Screamer and get them to, be unconscious so we can take them back for their bounties. 20,000 apiece, plus two Meito weapons that we can... is that a breather Screamer? Certainly ugly, isn't it? Wow. 2 Meito weapons that we can also use to supplement our income. Hopefully, we don't... oh, shit. Our mercenaries are currently getting absolutely wrecked. We're going to come back here. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Hey, fuck. Hey, fuck. Not expecting this. Thought that the 2 groups of mercenaries were going to be enough. I was incorrect. Toji he's alive, but is he going to keep fighting? He's going to keep fighting. Okay. Don't know how smart that is of you, good buddy. There you go. Jesus Christ, they almost killed Eris outright. All right, well, our mercenaries are still up here fighting. I don't know how well they're doing, but they're still up here fighting. Things are happening. As you can see, things are happening. Doesn't look like it's going very well for them. Rest in papes, everybody. It's fine. Toji will be able to heal himself. I'm not concerned about that. Our mercenaries, on the other hand, not faring quite as well. We got to heal up Ares. Reinforcements just showed up for them, so that's bad. Yeah, those mercenaries are fucking toped. They're gone. No getting up for them. First aid. Stand up. All right, yeah, you get up. Get up. I can't carry Eris, but what I can do... I don't need a splint kit, so we're fine on that regard. Eris is currently unconscious, so he's kind of SOL at the moment. He'll... Yeah, we're going to have to see how that goes. Yeah, this is not... They're still fighting in here. They're still fighting, but it doesn't... Yeah, they're getting fucking swarmed. More of them showed up. Eesh. Oh my god. Real bad. Yeah, they're getting crushed. Absolutely crushed. Toji's getting absolutely crushed, too. My god. Harris is unconscious, recovery coma. We can't do anything with him until he gets up, so we're kind of stuck waiting for him to get up. We're going to have to rest. And then head out. Yeah, that did not go as planned. I really thought that the 2 groups of mercenaries were going to be enough, but apparently not. That's fine. We will pack up and head south towards Flats Lagoon. What are you going to do? You know, these things have been known to happen. Jesus Christ. I think we probably would have been fine if the 2nd and 3rd group of thralls had not shown up to, to push our shit in. I think the second and the third group of thralls was probably where we hit the where we started running into problems. Oh yeah. Some of them are trying to crawl away, and it's not going well. Yeah, that second and third group of thralls was where we really hit the problems with that. Ish Magish. They're still in here fighting, though. Off and on. Off and on. Train sneak while you wait? Yeah, well, that's not going very well because Toji keeps getting attacked. Yeah, shit. Now he's unconscious. I'd hoped being over here was going to be far enough away, but I guess not. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. This might be a situation where, like, Eris has to get up and grab Toji. Are they just throwing them out? Yeah, they're just tossing them out. Okay, so we may actually be able to get up and recover at least a bit. Because they're tossing everyone out. Look at just the horde of people they're dropping. It's gonna be a pile of bodies. And the fighting starts again. Alright, well, there's that, at least. Toji, dude, stop fucking fighting, man. What are you doing? You're gonna get killed. Oh my god, man, you're not capable of this right now. This is not the time. You fucking buffoon. Come on, passive. He needs to fucking knock that shit off, man. Passive, hold, block. Just chill out, man. Alright, well, our mercenaries will, you know, fight in the immediate vicinity, get knocked down, get up again. All that stuff. Many of them are in critical condition. The upside to it is that if they die, we can loot their bodies and sell stuff off of them. The downside is we're going to have to actually get the hell out of here, which is going to be the problem. All right, Toji, heal yourself up. Sneak. All that stuff. You're on passive. All right, get right up in the hidey hole. Right up in the hidey hole. This is the hidey hole. This is where you stay. All right? You don't move from there. Arius will get up in just a minute, and we'll go from there. Toji is training stealth, sort of. He's got a -8 to stealth due to his injuries, his encumbrance, and his armor and equipment, which give him a negative. Yeah, he's got no stealth. Stealth is not happening. Stealth is not in the cards for Toji. My guy is not stealthy in the slightest. Hopefully he won't be cooked alive. I think he'll be fine right here. The lasers don't hit the tower. At least not that I've ever seen. And I've been out here a number of times for a good period of time, especially during like filming and stuff for other episodes, other lore videos and whatnot. And yeah, I don't think that the laser will hit around here. I think we're okay as long as we stay close to the tower. All right, Harris is going to get up here in just a minute. We'll drop 2 beds. All right. What we're going to do, we're going to drop some camp beds. I remember the camp beds, everybody. I remembered them. Drop them right here. And we're going to go take a nap. Oh my god. Never mind. No naps for us. Oh my god, this is bad. Unconscious. My god, I tried to take a nap for 30 seconds. There's so many of them. Mistakes have been made, guys. Mistakes have been made. Toji gets up. He goes back to napping. If he can recover anything at all, honestly, it's a win. It's a slow, tedious recovery. But we're gonna train all. He's got 55 block right now, and he just god, one after another. It's fine. We're toughness training. Contract with the tech hunters is over. I don't think it matters. I don't think it truly matters. God, my guy can't stay up for even a moment. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're just gonna keep getting up and getting swarmed. It's game over, man. These mercenaries will never get out of here. They gonna die. They gonna die, son. They gonna die. Yeah, any health Toji can get back is a win. So we're just gonna keep trying to rest up because he is recovering. He is getting health back. He is slowly recovering. The question is gonna be how much he can recover repeatedly. They are gonna keep coming up here, so we just gotta keep an eye on that. This did not go as planned. At this point, the plan is get the hell out of Dodge and make it to Flats Lagoon. Once we make the Flats Lagoon, we'll cut down south through the down to Katun, cut up north through the boneyards, and I think we'll settle. We'll start doing some work in the swamp for a while. I haven't done a playthrough in the swamp in a very long time. I think it'll be fun to do a little, spend some time in the swamp. You know, do a little bit of time in the swamp. All right, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Some of these guys are so dead though. Some of these mercenaries are so dead. Recovery coma. Bad fucking shape, man. Bad shape. Look at them. Just corpses over here. This one's gonna lose a leg here in a second. Left arm's destroyed. The wall. You'll never see him fall until just now. Until just now. Finish healing yourself up. There you go. Lay back down. Heal a bit faster. The only upside to this right now, I suppose, is the toughness training. Toji's at 41 toughness. My man can take a beating. And he's got really good armor, right? Like, he's got specialist grade armor, got a lot of coverage. I don't think he's going to die, like, from getting hit by these guys. They have weaker weapons. The main concern isn't him dying. It's more or less just him staying, awake. That's the big concern right now. All right, heal yourself up. Fantastic. All right, get over here and sleep. Same deal. We're just trying to rest up at this point so we can get the hell out of Dodge. I'm shocked these guys are still following me. I thought they were only following me for a day. Factions, there it is. 1 hour left. Got it. So time is running on that. Yeah, bad time. Bad time. Once the contract is up, though, and they run off, we're going to have Eris come over here and start looting their equipment. Might as well take advantage of the situation, you know? Oh, shit, look, more bodies. Yeah, may as well have Eris come over here and take advantage of the situation. Grab some stuff that we can sell. Alright, so those are the Mercenary Guild. We are looking for the Tech Hunters. And search the Tech Hunters and take their stuff. The wall. You'll never see him fall. Anything good here? Hachi, katana, ranger crossbow. Okay. Yeah, take all that shit. I'll be giving this hat to the Toji. Dreamer is outside. Is he where? Ew, shit. Shit balls. Yeah, he is outside. Okay. Flee. We are fleeing on that. We have no interest engaging in that conflict whatsoever. Ow, motherfucker. Punk. It's Punk. All right, well, we're going to lose, but we're going to give it our best shot with him. Yeah, we're definitely going to lose on this one. Bick. Oh dear, indeed. There's you. You sneak away, my guy. Toji will hold the line for a minute. Oof. Talk to him. Maybe. Well, he's unconscious right now, so there's nothing I can say currently. Because I don't think so. I don't think we'll give it a shot. Any chance we don't need to fight on this? Yeah, I can't talk because he's unconscious. Which makes sense. No peace without a price, Drifter. Hand over a decent sum and I'll let you slip by unharmed. He'd be willing to let us pay, but... I mean, like, insult him. Oh! Well, I mean, insulting him probably isn't gonna help my situation at all. Fill him up. Try to sell Ponk genuine, authentic skeleton repair kits, and he lets you go. I wonder how well that would work. Yeah, these weak ones won't do any damage to us. We're not too worried about them, but... Well, I mean, they won't do much damage to us quickly. They can overwhelm us, but... Yeah, there's that. We need to build up our defense on that regard. Eris is knocked the fuck out again. Oh my god, dude, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I didn't realize fucking Screamer and Ponk were out here, otherwise I wouldn't have sent Eris over. That was a miscalculation on my part. Miscalculation on my part. No, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Stop attacking people. You're on passive, you fucking buffoon. God damn it, he pulled the aggro. Yeah, of course. Eris is getting absolutely messed up because Toji decided to get up and pull the aggro. What are you doing, man? You're not supposed to pull the aggro. Fine. It's fine. We're fine. We're probably fine. We're probably fine. Keep lying to myself. We're probably fine. These guys are going to keep getting in fights with them. They're going to keep getting beaten up. It'll be hilarious and also sad because I spent 4,000 cats trying to on this mission. Did not go very well. Again, upside, Toji is getting some toughness training and some, you know, all that good stuff, and Eris is getting some toughness training as well as some defense training. So, you know, we gotta take the good with the bad, and right now it's really bad. Right now it's really bad, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. God. Same deal. We're gonna have to hop off sneak and try to fight this guy. Now, so they have 14, 11. I feel like Toji should be going a little bit faster. I know that he's got some speed issues because his dexterity's decreased because of his injuries and his armor and equipment. That's part of his speed issue, but just keep going. Just keep going. In a one-on-one, we should be fine. As long as we don't get overwhelmed, we should be okay. Oh, thank you very much. Sincerely appreciated. Ozzy Buddha. Much appreciated, my guy. Much appreciated. I sincerely appreciate it, as always. Kenshi is peak struggle bus. Chef's kiss. Yes, yes it is. Oh, fuck me. Eris, you're a fast man, right? How fast are you, boy? How fast are you? All right, here's what we're going to do. You ready? We're going to run over here. We're going to search the tech hunters. We're going to grab anything of value. We're going to get the hell out of Dodge. Take that. Good. Command. Yeah, sincerely, thank you for the dono. It is really much appreciated. We're going to take that. That's good. Just steal all of the things. These guys aren't going to use it. These guys are going to be corpses soon enough. They're not leaving this place. We all know it. We all know they're not getting out of here. So, you know, we might as well relocate their equipment to someone who can put it to proper use. Put it to good use, you know? Stunning! Move. Although I think he's too slow now. He is, in fact, a bit too slow. Got that encumbrance, but it's worth it. Totally worth it. Toji's unfucking conscious. Again. Get him at least as close to the beds as possible. He'll get knocked out, but then when he gets up, he can just go lay down and rest. They're swinging and not hitting him? What is happening? Are they even hitting him? Is he getting experience with this? Am I bugging right now? No, they're just swinging for the sake of swinging. Nothing's happening. Interesting. He's unconscious too. And Toji's stuck playing dead. Oh shit, we may be stuck in a perpetual cycle here, guys. Here's some more money, I suppose. I suppose people like this stuff. I keep finding it laying around. Jesus Christ, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. My God, very generous of you. My guy, the goat over here. They do that when somebody's in a bed. He can't get up, though, because he's unconscious. And Toji just keeps passing out because they keep hitting him with one shots. He's in a recovery coma. Oh, God, we may be stuck in a perpetual loop here. Guys, we may be stuck in a loop here. Oh, no. Yeah, this is no bueno. I don't think he's taking any damage when he gets knocked out, though. He just keeps scooting back. Good old Kenshi jank, yeah. Yeah, we're stuck in a bit of a loop here. Oof, what a mistake we've made. What a mistake we've made. There we go. Now they're leaving us alone. Took a minute, but we got there. But we got there. Aid. First aid on you. Fantastic. Splint my injuries. Good, so we can walk. Once you're out of your recovery coma, all right, let's fucking dismantle these, pack these up, get the sleeping bag. Get the sleeping bags, we're going. Pack the car, we're leaving. Pack the car, we're leaving. Okay, we need to figure out the best way to get out of here. It's probably straight down. We do have... That's a concern. What a great time to have ×2 squad multipliers on. Oh, yeah, we should probably splint him, too. Alright, so now we can move at a decent speed again. We have to be very careful. Very careful. I love Kenshi so much. Me too. Me too. It's literally my part-time job, and hopefully by the end of this year, it's my full-time job. Kenshi holds a very special place for me. Very, very special place for me. And I've got some really big projects coming up for it that I'm super excited about. That I'm excited to share with you guys. Alright. We just gotta hopefully dodge the giant fucking lasers. And get straight down into Flats Lagoon. One of those will absolutely fucking cook us. We'll be torched. I wish you the best, man. I'll sub and see how it unfolds for you. If you're interested, I have a ton of other content too. So I don't know if you've like watched my content before, but I have a ton of Kenshi content, tons of it, absolutely tons of it. As far as I know, I am the largest Kenshi lore YouTuber. So if lore tickles your fancy, you've come to the right place, comrade. Okay. All right, we managed to get out of Venge. Now we gotta get to Flats Lagoon. What a fucking disaster that was. Well, a lot of people died, but that's okay because we're going to get some solid profit off of what we pilfered from those mercs. You know, we didn't get obviously Ponk and Screamer, which is unfortunate, but we did get some stuff that we can sell. Well, at the very least, I think we'll make our money back that we spent on the mercenaries, and we got some decent training out of it. So, you know, Toji's defense is up to 37. His attack still sucks ass right now, and it's all of that is, you know, still a problem. But he, at the very least, he can compete on a defensive level. That is not what I want to see. Let's stay away from those. That is not what I want to see. That is not what I want to see. No! No! Run, 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 run. Dodge back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Get in the water, get in the water. Okay. Ah, there we go. I found you on YouTube Lives. I'll watch some content. When do you stream usually? Sunday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until roughly 11:30 midnight Eastern Standard Time. Although sometimes I take a day off for the sake of, you know, I have like D&D or something comes up. But usually I stream Sunday through Thursday. And then I put out YouTube Shorts every Monday through Friday, all pretty much lore-related. Almost like 99% of them lore-related. I do Q&As. Saturdays, I do a series called Kenshi Coliseum, where I do cinematic combat situations between factions and characters and large armies on Kenshi in a massive arena. And then I put out lore content. You know, I try to aim for at least once or twice a month with my lore investigations. Best lore dives, Kenshi. Lore dives for Kenshi around. I like to study the lore for games, and Kenshi's lore is hardly talked about. Even when it is, key details are often overlooked. Your lore and theories are a dream come true. Thank you very much, Chrome. I appreciate it. I put a lot of time and work into them, so I appreciate it. I think it goes without saying I prefer my more recent work than my older work. Not in terms of the actual theories themselves, but in terms of my presentation and how I did my editing and stuff. So I'm a much more competent editor now than I was back then, which makes sense. You know, time changes. But, yeah. All right, well, we made it to Fletch Lagoon. We almost got absolutely wrecked by Guerrilla Bandits, but we made it to Fletch Lagoon. How we doing with food? We're fed. We're okay. We're okay. What a mess. I love passion. Never let it die. My God, dude, thank you so much. My Lord. Very generous. I sincerely appreciate it. I've been at this for 5 years. I've been at this for 5 years with the end goal of making Kenshi content my career, my job. You know, and I think this year is finally the year. I think we're finally going to be able to do it this year. Things are on track. We've gained fucking 6,000 subs in just the last couple of months, like the last 3 months. I think this is finally the year. Things are popping off. And we've got big stuff around the corner, so the passion's not going anywhere, my friend. It's not going anywhere, and I sincerely appreciate it. I've sunk way too much time. People have suffered. My family has suffered. That's incredibly generous. Thank you so much. Seriously, much appreciated. All right, Toji's healing up. He's gonna be in a much better spot physically. Everybody's all healing up now. Go sell our crap. Sell the things that we pilfered. Stolen, and that's totally fine. 8, 6. You know what? I think we're gonna keep one of these assassins' rags to him, and then we're gonna sell off the rest of this stuff. Fantastic. Now we need to decide what we're gonna give Toji. Which hat are we gonna give Toji? Which one? That is the question. We have a couple of options here. A couple of options. Look at our boy. See how we're doing with him. All right. We can give him All right. So we have the Hachigane, we have the Iron Hat, or we have the side angle Hachigane. I think the side angle Hachigane is pretty fire, although it is of a worse quality, but that's okay. I do think the side angle Hachigane is pretty fire. Kind of leans with his whole vibe, his whole aesthetic. You know, I like it. I think of the side angle Hachigane. Worse coverage for sure, comparatively to the other ones, but it looks good. It looks good. Hero, do you think there's any chance Lo-Fi will include multiplayer elements in Kenshi 2? Maybe a cooperative mode? I don't know. It's tough. So the engine will definitely be more viable for multiplayer. You know, they're using Unreal 5. It will have much more viability in terms of multiplayer. I think that if Lo-Fi doesn't include it, modders will very quickly because, again, the engine is much more viable for the introduction of multiplayer. I just don't know if it's on their priority list. You know, I'm not sure where that sits in terms of their priorities. Have a great evening, Hero. Greetings from Canada. Hello, Steel. Greetings from not Canada. Greetings from New York. Servers will be an issue, I presume. Yeah, I think if they did it, it'd have to be locally run. I don't think that they would have the kind of netcode where like things are run. I think it would have to be hosted. It'd be a hosting issue. Not necessarily an issue. I think it would be a hosting thing. Like the one person would have to host it entirely for everyone else to connect in. I don't think it would be that big of an issue to implement, but I just don't think it's on their priority list right now. Yeah, I don't think it's on their priority list. I don't. So peer to peer, yeah. I hope Kenshi 2 will run better overall. I think it will. I think it'll run significantly better. The engine's far more updated. Lo-Fi's not foolish. They're not going to put something out that's crappy. Like, they are a company that is, you know, set a really good precedent in terms of like the quality of product they deliver to their consumers. You know, they're not delivering us AAA garbage. They're giving us top quality content. You know, all of the issues with Kenshi 1 are not the byproduct of bad development. They're the byproduct of engine limitations. It's Unreal 5's and Unreal Engine 5. So listen, Dragon, we've talked about the Unreal 5 thing. Unreal 5 is not the problem. It's lazy fucking developers. And I've seen plenty of Unreal Engine games that run perfectly fine. I will go ahead and give you my list right now because I actually have them in a notepad. Hold on. Hold on, my comrade. Where are they? Well, you have, Arc Raiders runs relatively fine. Good, smooth, high graphic fidelity. Manor Lords, U5, well optimized, decent quality, runs perfectly fine. You have Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, U5, great optimization, runs perfectly fine. You have Black Myth Wukong, runs on Unreal 5, well optimized, perfectly fine. The issue is not Unreal 5. I cannot stress this enough. I've talked about this a lot with different development teams. I talked about this a lot on Reddit. I've talked about this on stream before as well. Unreal 5, the engine for Unreal is not the problem. The problem is that Unreal 5 uses very, very tricky software and very tricky effects in the form of Lumen, in the form of Nanite, all of that stuff. It's very difficult, and there is a learning curve to figuring out those systems if you choose to use them. The problem is that you have AAA companies that are bound by publishers to release their game by a certain time. And so they don't do proper testing. They don't hire people. They end up skirting on the bottom line because they don't want to spend money to hire competent devs who are familiar with the systems. And instead they say, oh, look, the new shiny toy, let's throw it at our dev team. And they've never used it before. So then they're forced to develop a game and an engine they're unfamiliar with systems they're unfamiliar with. And as a result of that, they end up putting out an unpolished, buggy, unfinished, poorly optimized, filled with spaghetti code piece of shit. And they have to put it out within a certain amount of time because they are bound by publishers to do so, right? The problem, and like that's the problem. The problem has never been Unreal Engine. The issue is that developers are not given enough time. They're not given enough freedom, and they're not hiring, like the companies that are hiring the developers are not hiring people who specialize in the software that they're using. They're not training them properly in the software that they're using, and they're not testing the games before they come out. And so as a byproduct of that, the games end up running incredibly shitty. They end up running very, very poorly. And people are like, oh, it's an Unreal 5 issue. It's not an Unreal 5 issue. It's a dev problem. It's a poor coding issue. It's a bad optimization problem. Unreal 5 has churned out some very, very great high fidelity, just stunning games that run very, very well because they were made by developers who understood the software and that are, not incompetent. Now, indie games don't have that issue. Indie games like Lo-Fi, indie games companies like Lo-Fi, who are not bound by publishers and are not publicly traded, because those are the two qualifiers to make a company independent. If you have a contract with a publishing company and you are a publicly traded company, which means they're a stock, which means that people in the outside have stake in your company, you are no longer independent developers. You are now a double or triple A games company. You are now a full-on games company. And indie game developers don't have those restrictions, so they can take their time. They'll actually hire people that are competent in the software that they're using, because unlike the AAA developers that just get money thrown at them and if they lose, it sucks, people lose their jobs and all that stuff, but like they have a far more like bottomless well of money in the grand scheme of things. They actually need the indie game developers need their games to function. They need their games to go well. The fact that Kenshi runs as well as it does on the Ogre engine, an engine that was 5 years out of date by the time it came out, by the time Kenshi came out, it was already 5 years out of date, is a testament to the level of skill and passion that was put into the game. So if you take that level of skill and passion and you take the ability to take an engine that is super out of date and make a game that is as widespread and as functioning and as innovative as Kenshi, and you give them an engine that is far more sophisticated, that has the potential to run better, that has higher fidelity, higher potential for output, like everything is better, higher modding potential, higher fidelity, the actual use of particle effects is going to be fucking huge. Like Unreal Engine 5 is nothing but an upgrade, as long as you have the development team that is capable of utilizing it properly. And so even though there's a lot of people that are screaming to the rafters that Kenshi 2 is going to be a buggy, unoptimized mess because of Unreal Engine 5, you're wrong. It's not going to be because of Unreal Engine 5. If it's buggy and unoptimized, it's going to be a byproduct of development. Unreal 5 is not the engine. It's like saying that Unreal 5 is the problem is the equivalent of saying that, like, you hit your hand with a hammer and it's the hammer's fault. It's not the hammer's fault. You used the hammer wrong. You hit your hand with it. It's not the hammer's fault. So I don't think that Unreal 5 is going to be bad. I think it's going to be nothing but good. I think it's going to be nothing but good. Chris would never let Kenshi 2 launch without it being optimized. He has an obsession. He created Kenshi without any resources. With resources, the sky's the limit. Though that's kind of exactly my point. Exactly, nailed it. Listen, I've talked with the folks at Lo-Fi over the years. I've talked with the folks at Lo-Fi. I've talked with them a handful of times. I trust them entirely. I've had enough conversations with Lo-Fi, with the team at Lo-Fi. I've had enough conversations with them to say confidently, they know what they're doing. You just got to have faith. You just got to have faith. They've never given us a reason not to have faith. I understand being nervous. But have faith, because they've never given us a reason not to. Okay. Hello, turning in real quick because I have a lore question. With the knowledge you have of Kenshi lore, is it plausible that cryo sleep / stasis tech exists? Want to make a sleeper custom start? So yeah, I will say the tech used to probably used to exist during the First Empire, in terms of when the original First Empire colony came to Kenshi, the way that they settled. Because I've talked about it in the past. The type of travel, the type of space travel that is present in Kenshi 1, in Kenshi's First Empire, is let me start over because I'm jumbling. The type of space travel that was likely present before the First Empire when they settled on Kenshi was not faster than light travel. It was very likely seed colonies that were done where, we're going to send this ship out with people living on it. We're going to put them in stasis. They're going to be in stasis for 100 years while they take the long journey to this, location to colonize, and then they'll wake up and colonize the planet or the moon. And they were probably one of many seed colonies that were set out for the purposes of expanding human reach across the stars. And, so I find it likely, I don't have any proof for it, of course, but I find it likely that cryotech was present during the course of the early area of the First Empire. and was there. You know, so theoretically, if you made a mod with a sleeper custom start, I think that it would be make sense, but you'd have to have a character that was effectively as old as the first Empire. So, you know, what do you mean by we? Oh, we had space elevators, so maybe. I mean, yeah, the first Empire had space elevators. They also had drop pods. They were dropping in pods and supplies from space. That's what the Ashland domes were. They weren't originally buildings. They were meant for dropping in supplies. They were aerial drop pods to drop in supplies from space. Supplies and or people. We don't know how that worked per se, but it was, you know, supplies and or people. Lo-Fi should give you access to a little cave in Kenshi 2 that you can build into a dwarven mine. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I agree wholeheartedly. I was gonna have them. I was gonna make them have one ass across the board stats to represent the atrophy from stasis. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Man slept through the downfall of his empire and the empire that came after that, and 1,000 years after that, and potentially a civil war in between the first and the second one that lasted. Oh, and an ice age, and an ice age. Slept through his entire empire, the fall of the empire, and ice age. Yeah, all that stuff. My God. To be honest, I trust Lo-Fi too. I look at nothing from what Kenshi will be, because I know it'll be great. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be absolutely great. Artemis, welcome on your new account because you on your old account because you lost your new one. What'd you do to lose the old one? Artemis, what'd you do to lose the other one? And potentially the start of the third. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think you missed all the good parts. I think the Kenshi's in line for a reformation, is in line for a new technological renaissance very, very soon. Within the next couple of years, couple decades, I think that Kenshi's going to go through a technological renaissance. Oh yeah. What was I doing in here? I totally forgot. Oh, I'm gonna go to the armor store. Did I already go to the armor store? I don't know. Either way. Up on in here. I don't think I did. I did not. Here's a follow-up question. Do you think Scorchlanders came before or after the fall of the First Empire? Probably after, yeah? Yeah, I think it came after. I think the Scorchlanders came sometime either before the Second Empire or during the Second Empire. I think that they were the natural progression of evolution for humans in areas of hotter climates. It's not. I don't think they're like the byproduct of experiments or anything like that. I think they were just the byproduct of. I think they are natural evolution of humans to adapt to specific environments. So, that is all. Oh, gee, you're wearing chainmail, right? Yeah. There's, you got your boots, you got your shoddy hat. We're actually going to give you the other hat, I think. Yeah, we'll give you this one. That's good. It's good. Okay. I've always looked at the theme of Kenshi being futility. These kingdoms keep trying to claw their way back to former glory, and their own greed and or stupidity cause their downfall time after time. That's fair. Togi, welcome to the Mad Lads Guild. Much appreciated, comrade. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the general theme of Kenshi, is that you try to rebuild and things fall apart, and you try to rebuild and things fall apart, and it's a continual atrophy of society. They exist in a perpetual state of a perpetual cycle of entropy. However, with that being said, I do still think that Kenshi is on the way for a technological renaissance. I think there's a lot of things that are playing out that mirror real-world history that indicate that Kenshi is on its way to a technological renaissance, where they're going to start to recover some of the tech. They're going to start to build upon it. And mind you, when I say technological renaissance, I don't think that they're going to jump from where they are now back to space age tech overnight. But I think they're going to start to move forward again, because technology has been on the downswing since the fall of the First Empire. Chris already said the tech in Kenshi 2 is going to be slightly more elevated than where it is now, which means that even since the fall of the Second Empire, 1,000 years, tech has continued to decrease in sophistication. I think that we're going to see that curve that's been going down start to go back up in the near future of Kenshi's history. Yeah. So call me Artemis or the new name, doesn't matter. Yeah, Artemis works. Artemis works. Yeah. Yep. So, had to join after seeing my cousin Toji in your game for so long. Yeah, listen, Toji's the man, okay? He's the man. He's the man with a plan. Not sure what the plan is, but it's a plan. Water's scarce, but Rusty Skeleton's guts could be a decent source of iron. Let me know where they lie, and I'll strip them clean. My God, Eris, you animal. You absolute fucking animal. Kenshi 2 will replace the world... We'll relace... Release? I'm assuming you mean release. Kenshi 2 will release, then we will have world peace. Yes. Kenshi 2, I pray for no more big things. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry, there's probably going to be big things. Thank you so much for the answers to my questions, by the way. Of course, half of these streams are Q&As. You know, obviously the series is like one of the main visual standpoints of it and the thing that fills the spaces between questions. But the main reason that I do these live streams is for Q&As. For people to ask questions. He is smarter than all of us, and we will see his great plans unfold. Indeed, indubitably. Good, more sand to hide my tracks. Still, I need a sturdy water sack before the storm hits. These old barrels will leak faster than hope. Jesus Christ, man, you're so goddamn depressing. I'm gonna tell him that. Must you always say such depressing shit? Lighten up and tell some jokes sometime. Sometimes you gotta call him out. I have to be honest, I never liked the samurai theme. Kenshi changed my mind. Samurai in a post-techno-apocalypse world is really cool. Kenshi's very original despite having samurai themes. Kenshi has samurai themes, but the samurai themes are generally just like superficial because Kenshi really calls on many different cultures, not just the samurai. I talked about this at great length. Hold on. Why did the sandstorm cross the desert? To bury the dead and leave the living with nothing but my jokes. Oh, dude, fuck you. Look at him over here giving me shit. My God. Shifting sands. I just realized I thought you were going solo. I am going solo. Ares' only purpose in this playthrough is to carry my stuff because Toji doesn't have his left arm, which means he can't, even if he beats a bounty, he can't pick them up. He can't pick up other NPCs because he doesn't have a left arm. So Ares is set on block, passive, and hold permanently. His only job, and he hides through most combat. His only job is to carry the loot and carry the bodies. He does not engage in combat whatsoever. He's a squire. That's it. Just a squire. Samurai aren't the main focus, which is nice. Yeah, so Kenshi, Kenshi's really, really tapped into real-world history. I've talked about this at tons in others' live streams and in upcoming videos. I talk about it a little bit more as well. The Second Empire is almost a dead one-for-one in terms of the historical, dead one-for-one from the historical aspect of the Roman Empire. The Shet Kingdom is very, very close to the history of the Mongols and the Vikings. The United Cities is Edo period Japan, just before the Meiji Restoration. The shogunate has all the power. The emperor's a figurehead. Longin's the shogunate. We've talked about it before. And the Holy Nation is a dead ringer for early medieval era Europe, towards the beginning of what used to be called the Dark Ages. It's early medieval era. Just before the technological renaissance that occurred after the Crusades being the conflict in Bast. I could go through it in great length, but Kenshi's history is far more than just the samurai motif. That's like the superficial paint job. The actual story of Kenshi is all of world history jammed into this post-apocalyptic society. It's crazy stuff. Brilliant. It's brilliant, truly. So are you not getting an arm? I am not. That's one of the rules for the playthrough. He's a solo bounty hunter with no left arm, and he will not be getting one. He is a one-armed man. Just came from your building tips number 4 short, and now I'm listening to you spit crazy ball knowledge. Lord, thank you, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, though I will say we are starting to run low on time. I've only got about 5 or 6 minutes, and then I've got to dip out because I have to get to the gym to work out before I come back and pass out for the evening. It's already 11:30, and I still have about another hour and a half work. I have about an hour workout, 20 minutes of driving, and a shower before I can go to bed. So we're, yeah. 2 apocalypses is insane. You live through one just for another. I mean, they were very different, though. The first one was a literal apocalypse in the form of a nuclear winter that turned into an ice age, all-out civil war conflict between 2 skeleton factions, humans regressing to the point of basically being in the Stone Age compared to what they used to be. The second one was more of a slow, gradual decline as hate and entropy, hate and violence and distrust started to entropy into society, and everything fell apart over a slow period of time. And society collapsed and rebuilt again. The second one was less of an apocalypse. It was more of like a rotting decay. The first one was an apocalypse. Grind set, yeah. Oh, yeah. Logic, leave the Hive boys alone. We're back for the we're back on the Hiver grind. We're back on shit on the Hivers with Logic. Oh, man. Do you think we'll ever know what is on the planet that Kenshi orbits? No. Probably not. Although, fun fact, I got a fun fact for you all. I don't have free cam because this is re-Kenshi, so I can't fly over there and show you. All right, so fun fact for you all. The planet that Kenshi orbits, it is, let me clarify, it is not the planet that I'm going to name. But when they were developing Kenshi, Chris actually took the actual photos that had been taken of Mars, like a photo map of Mars that was split and turned into a globe shape because, fun fact, the globe is not actually shaped. Like the continents on a globe are not actually like that size, right? Like that they're not actually that size. Greenland is not actually that big. Russia is not actually that big. Russia is actually about the same width as like Africa. Like they're not actually that big. In case anybody didn't know that, the globe is superficially stretched to fit the spherical shape, but that's not actually like how big the like regions are. Anyway, with all of that being said, Chris actually took the globed photos of Mars, added color and some filters and stuff like that to them, and that is the photo map that is the texture for the planet that Kenshi orbits. It is actual photos of Mars, which I think is really cool. I think it's really, really cool. So the planet that Kenshi orbits, while it is not Mars, the texture for it is actual IRL photos of Mars, which I think is really cool. Very cool stuff indeed. All right, so we're at Flats Lagoon. It's about 11:30. My ass needs to go get ready to go to the gym. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it here, everybody, because I think this is a good spot. I will not be streaming tomorrow. I am taking tomorrow off. I have D&D tomorrow. However, I will be back on Wednesday. For more of our glorious one-armed Toji, guys. I appreciate you all popping in as always. This has been an awesome stream as usual. You guys are fantastic. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your questions, all of that stuff. And I will see you guys on Wednesdays. As always, use your powers for good instead of evil. Make a difference in somebody's life. And thank you guys for hanging out with me and chatting and continuing to support the channel. It means a lot. I appreciate it.